Is this going to be this way again? Let me see. Edit channels. Streaming. Everything's streaming. Invite. Link. Still not wanting to go. So, unfortunately, I'm going to have to. I have a workaround, obviously, and that is Discord. I mean, it's not my favorite, but I don't know what in the hell. Restream just acts up sometimes. You know what I mean? It really does. It just like decides it wants to be a bitch. And if it wasn't so inexpensive, I probably would have fucking went to something else, but okay, here we go. But it's very inexpensive, so I'm all like, okay, so boom. That's right. Spam my channel with. So people on my channel at least will be able to find a way to join. And then, of course, I got to go over to my brother, who's hopefully, kicking, and put some stuff on his messenger, because that's what I do. Tell you, freaking Facebook's just turning into like softcore porn book. You know what I mean? All right, so there he gets. Boom. Boom. Okay, somebody is hitting me up. It's Bear.
Having a rough day there, buddy? You got
Having a what?
leprechauns in your fucking system. That's the problem. You got a little bit of Irish gremlins going on.
Something. It's like no matter how many times I add the link into the chat, it's like, yeah, get effed.
Squirrel, Cody, you can find the link in the general chat on his Discord, but hang on, I'll send it to you guys on private on Discord. Hang on.
Right.
Cody B, there's the Cody B. And Squirrel, where the fuck is Squirrel? Never messages me on fucking. He'll be at the bottom of the list because I never hear from him on Discord. Motherfucker always messages me on Instagram. But then, because I'm OCD as fuck, I'll have this little notification in my Facebook that I have a message on fucking Instagram, and it'll drive me insane until I open up Instagram and clear the message. Fucking drives me nuts.
Instagram is how I communicate with Angry Tabletop Nerd a lot.
With who?
Holy Diver.
Oh yeah, good for you.
For whatever reason, he's on Instagram quite a bit. So I have had an Instagram for literally years and never looked at it, but now I do.
No beans. Yes.
There's some really good memes on Instagram.
Hello again. Hello. Jesus Christ, this cat. Bad boy.
Oh my goodness, you smacking him is like solid. Like,
Really wide palm. You cup it. You cup it a little bit. So when you do it, there's no impact. It's just a boom, boom. You know, it's not like
yeah,
you're
I know,
pressing.
but he sounded solid. Like he's
He's
like,
a solid boy. Solid boy. Solid gold.
he's like, I've been working out.
Well, he and his brother had a fucking 15-minute fight last night.
It happens.
Holy Jesus. I kept separating them. And then as soon as I walked out of the room, they were right back at it. They were just like, I fucking hate you right now. It was you and Hungar, basically.
We have went through periods like that. Yes. Um, not my proudest moments, but you know, it is what it is. So, what are
The
you doing
chat's
today?
not showing up in here. I was working on Legends and Longswords, and then I had a breakthrough, and then I lost the breakthrough, and I'm sad about it now because my breakthrough is a good idea, but people are so people that it's not going to fly, and it makes me mad.
Mm,
Sad, more sad than mad. So, you remember Dragonlance Fifth Age?
no.
So his TSR was one of TSR's last game. The other version of it was Marvel's Saga, which is right there on my shelf. And it's the one that they made just when WotC bought them, where they use cards for task resolution instead of dice.
Huh.
And people, role players generally are very hesitant about the idea of using cards. But the thing is I was the same way until I played it. And I was like, holy shit, this is amazing. This is great. But sadly, not everyone agrees with me. So, but the problem is what I'm doing. I went over the two previous versions I was working on. One is just Valorous with 2d10. So I'm like, I'm not doing that again. And then the other is just a D&D clone with 2d10. I'm like, well, I'm not doing that again either. I'm not doing that either. So I'm trying to find something original and unique. I don't want to just be the fucking color chart guy. You know what I mean?
The only game I ever played that used cards.
Amber Diceless.
No.
Mm-hmm.
As a matter of fact, I don't even remember that using cards. The freaking original Deadlands.
Oh yeah. They only use that for very limited.
And
stuff.
I mean, you use cards for character creation, sure, but you also use cards to count down initiative. So it was, which I guess Savage World still does, kind of, sort of, whatever.
Yeah, I don't like Savage Worlds. I'm just not.
Yeah, a lot of people either love or hate that game. It's really.
I don't hate it. I don't hate it. My issue with it is that on paper it reads exactly like a game I would love, and then I play it and I go, ugh.
Well,
Hunger, do you need the link?
he got the link, so I don't know why he can't just
Did you
click
send the
it.
link for the chat, or did you just send him the link for the
I
show
sent
to
him
come
the
watch
link
it?
directly.
Well then, Hunger, get your ass in here, you monkey.
Yeah, I sent him the link directly, but to be fair, right now I cannot see anything in chat.
Yeah, this is weird. Like Restream and YouTube apparently are having a bit of a fit. A falling out even.
So
perhaps.
if anybody's typing anything in my chat, I can't see it.
Let's see. Cody said hi. Squirrel said bear, no link, I said, and then Squirrel said no good computer gremlins, and then Hungar said hi.
Now if I make it bigger, okay, and I say copy invite link, and then I go to chat and try it again, we'll see.
Yeah, no, it didn't come in your chat.
Nope.
I got it off.
It'll tell me to F off. Yeah, my entire chat is not working. There's Hoss though.
Could be a restream issue. I'm
would
falling
say.
very quickly out of love with Restream, sadly.
I like Restream because it's cheap.
That's the only reason I like it.
But like, okay, I hit the button twice. My bad. That's a habit. That's a habit, you like double click everything.
He started the other stream calling me a fag.
Who called you a fag?
Nobody called you a fag.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm on this site, not that other homo gay shit that my brother's on.
Well, just because you like to fuck around with
what are
gay
you
people
talking
doesn't
about?
mean that it just means you like them.
Hey,
Yeah.
as long as you don't kiss.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
Lunchballs don't touch.
I can't believe you're talking that shit too after I bought you the birthday present you asked for, and I'm so nice to
What would you
you. And what do? You talk shit.
What did you get?
Rust.
He wanted Rust, even though I warned him about it.
What's Rust?
It's a multiplayer survival game where basically whoever gets the jump on the good equipment stuff just runs around killing everyone else.
And he is right.
Shit. Of course, you can try and hide. That is an option. You can try and hide and fucking look at him. You can try and hide and build up your little fort and hopefully not get hit by some idiot with an RPG or something. I mean,
Our guys, our group does pretty good.
Oh, you're in a group now. That's the way you got to be. That's actually when I was talking to all my idiot friends that wanted to be so-called preppers. And I'd always tell them, you guys are just collecting gear for the group of guys that kill you to use to survive.
Yep. Remember
Yep.
Shadow Channel was
And it's basically Rust, because it's like well, you play that game for a while and you realize no matter how badass you think you are with your hidden fort and whatever, the second 6 guys roll up in a car, it's over, man. It's like, well, you might kill one of them or 2 of them, but eventually they kill you. Then they steal all your shit, and you get to respawn somewhere, basically buck naked. And maybe if you're smart, you can gather up some equipment to make a bow and arrow, and it's like a homemade bow and arrow. It's not even like a good one, And wait, that wasn't Rust. That was that other game I played pretty ferociously for a minute.
Ark?
No, dude, the one where there were zombies, but fuck the zombies because they're slow and stupid. So
Daisy?
Yeah, they broadcast the game as like this zombie survival game. I played that game hundreds of hours, never got killed by a zombie.
No, you're always killed by another person, right?
There's always some other guy running up on me and unloading a shotgun in my face. And a lot of times they'd even be dicks, because in that game, when you talk, if someone's within a certain area of you, they hear you talking. So when you see somebody, you can be like, "Hey, what's up, bro? I'm totally not wanting to fight. I'm just trying to gather some canned food." You know what I mean? And they'll be like, "Oh, cool, man. I got some stuff," and then run up and shoot you in the face with an AK or something. And you're like, "Well, thanks, man." Well, you can't say anything because you're dead. But
so, my top 10 video I put up?
Mm-hmm.
This fucking twat, just rando twat, comes over on it and posts the following comment, which I think is fucking hilarious on some level.
They gotta be pretty bad if you're dropping the twat on them just right off.
This is what the guy. So I've never heard of this guy before. Don't give a fuck who he is, right? Sorry, buddy. I don't want to be negative. Just giving you feedback as a viewer. I'm not going to watch you vape. It was already off-putting, but as soon as you told me you don't care if it bothers me, I quit watching. If you can't get through 20 minutes of talking about games without a puff, it may be a problem. I wish you the best. Happy gaming. So I replied, "See ya." And then Coco showed up and replied, "Well, bye." Like, never mind thinking that way. Like, you go, "Wow, you must be a lot of fun at parties, eh? Wow, what a fucking fun time you are to hang out with." That you took the time to post it. Like, what do you think? Like, I'm going to change my life based on your caring? Oh my god.
That's what I was going to say. It's so strange because it's like, what do you think's going to happen?
Like,
and no one cares.
No one cares. Go away.
It's
Move
like
on with your day.
this guy over here, right? He is going to vape because one, he has an addiction, and two, it makes him feel better about whatever. I mean, let's be honest. We all understand why people smoke and people vape. It is a thing. But so instead of being like, hey, bro,
I don't like watching you vape.
commiserating on your, whatever, I understand life's stressful, shit, blah, blah, blah. We all got issues. Coming in just being a judgmental prick is like,
Yeah.
oh, yeah, that's the way to do it. I mean,
Yeah.
if you really want him to reconsider his life,
Oh my God. yes.
definitely calling him, names and shit. That's going to do it,
What's great is coming on his stream to criticize him how he's acting on his stream.
Yeah, but he's okay. Here's the thing with vaping. Okay, people say it's not good for you, but at the same time, you're an adult, and 90% of the shit we do is not good for us. So it's like, I'm sorry you don't like vaping. Perhaps you'd like it better if he was pulling a Casey-tron and was just like, huffing down bong hit straight for like an hour.
Yeah, maybe I just bang some junk on stream. See how that works out.
Yeah,
I can bust out some fat rails.
I mean,
from stream.
I'm not like, I'm definitely not saying anybody should do any of this stuff, but at the same time, mind your fucking business.
Yeah, exactly.
Vaping's
Now,
not
one
good
guy
for you.
did say something to me that wasn't minding his business, but I think it was fair. And all he said is, okay, fine, if you want to not stream so much, that's cool, but don't just quit streaming because I like your streams. And I was just like, well, I don't know who you are, but if like, I'll just cut the streaming down a bit, but you'll still get your streams. Because see, that to me is what I would call a legitimate concern, Like I'm going to stop streaming so much, maybe only once or twice a week, blah, blah, blah. And this guy's like, oh no, hold on. He's like, I watch your streams, bro. And I'm like, it's one guy, but okay, fine. Still, yeah, because it matters to the channel. This guy coming in and being like, I'm not watching you because you vape. It's like, well, you're missing the whole fucking point.
Well, but
you're
it's
obviously not
you took
listening
offense
to
at the
his
point that when
music.
I would finish one before I move on to this one, I'd take a vape hit. And I went, yeah, I'm going to do this between each one of them. So if that offends you, I don't care. And like clearly it was joking. It was like a sense of humor moment of like, whatever,
Well, no, my issue is obviously then he's not paying attention to the music you're making. He's not paying attention.
This is on the RPG channel. This is on the Gen X GM channel.
Right. But I'm saying he's not paying attention to the GM experience you're trying to share or the game creation. I mean, it's like, really?
Vaping's not good for you, but messing with me about vaping is also not good for you.
Well, it's more than this, not though. It's the fact that like this is something I've noticed over the years. Holier than thou people have no fucking sense of humor.
No, I can't. I can't. That's why you do. I said, I can't. That's why you do this. What did you say? I said, I'm busy, and that's why you do this.
Well, you said you were only going to sit down for like half an hour, and it was over.
It hasn't even been half an hour. It's 19 fucking minutes.
Be nice to my sister-in-law.
You do this specifically. This is a game. This is a game you're playing. This is the choose what's most important game, and I don't like it. You're most important. You shouldn't have to play these games. But regardless.
Wow.
Yeah, seriously. How's your period?
Well, you have fun. Buy me some energy drinks.
Okay, I can do that.
Thank you.
Are you having a heavy flow, brother?
I told Mom the other day I think I'm going through menopause because I've been having heat flashes and fucking just sweating for no reason and being grouchy and shit. She just
Are you-
laughed at me though. The
Are
whole
you
time
using
I'm
the wings?
bitching, she's over there just giggling.
Get the
Oh,
wings
I know.
done. They'll
She
be
don't
better
take
for you.
what I say serious,
I know how she is.
which is awesome most of the time because sometimes I will go off and say stupid shit. So it's a good thing she don't take me serious. But sometimes I kind of wish she would take me serious.
Sometimes James speaks at like light speed where his brain doesn't catch up with what he's saying.
Yeah, that is an issue. My brain thinks faster than like my mouth. Or maybe my mouth is going faster than my brain, but regardless, shit gets said, and then I'm like, oh man, I fucked up.
Perhaps I must make amends.
Yeah. Well, we've basically come to a detente on the Splendor board game. We've played 5 games. She beat me 1. We've tied like 4 times.
All right, real quick. The Danny Roy says, "Yo,
Nice.
Bastille Lungborough
Oh,
7482."
Bastille, that's my homie.
He says he's here. Not your echo says, "Oh my god, do something I don't do better, or I won't." So he's commenting on the idiot thing. And yeah, there you go. So you got, and he says, "Oh, roll for initiative." Yeah. So there you go. You got some people visiting, but what you can do is do you have 2 screens or 1 screen?
Well, here's what I'm currently doing is I'm turning on my
Phone.
Yeah,
that'll help.
Which will allow me to actually see whatever YouTube sees. And then that way I can be like, oh, okay, I can see what people are saying. I've got my little my little phone holder I can put right here so I can look right at it. Yep.
Yeah.
There's me being live.
I can't see chat at all.
No, there's no chat in Restream. It's not working.
Yeah, that's what we're saying. Let me turn my volume down. Yeah, but there's tons of chat on YouTube. Oh, look, somebody's got a crown. I never even knew I could do that. I was really surprised when I saw that on someone else's channel. Apparently, if you like post the most and stuff like that, you get like crowns so that people can see who the like king of the posters are or something. I need to get Not Your Echo, and I know I've said this before. Not Your Echo, if you're not on my Discord, homie, you need to get on my Discord. Because I've got so much shit. Okay, this message has been held for review.
Oh, that's me posting the link, I think, to share the chat.
No, believe it or not, it's poor orc child saying I had too much estrogen.
You do have too much estrogen.
You have a little estrogen.
No, I don't. You know what I eat? I eat meat and fucking greens and high protein ramen noodles with eggs. Because you can get the like really high protein ramen noodles that have lower carbs.
Well,
that's all I eat.
I'm a little worried right now because I'm in that area where we're going to get either a half an inch of snow or 15 feet.
Okay, I keep clicking on show poor work child's thing, and it says another moderator handled this. I wasn't aware that I had another moderator.
You don't have another moderator.
But maybe because I clicked on it twice. The first time it was like whatever, and the second time it was like
whatever.
Hopefully it's showing now. Chicken parm, nice. We're having something made out of hamburger because my wife went to Aldi's and they had a sale on hamburgers, so she bought like 5 pounds.
I made pasta.
So, whatever we're having, it's going to have hamburger. But yesterday, I got hungry and I just took raw hamburger and I made hamburger balls out of it with curry. Mixed curry with it and made hamburger balls. And then when I got the soup boiling, you know, I dropped the hamburger balls in the soup before I put the noodles in. And by the time the noodles were ready to go, the fucking hamburger balls were cooked.
Yeah, I
And
know
then
what I.
because they were made with so much curry seasoning, they were pretty fucking amazing, you know.
What I do is I make like loose wheat sandwiches with curry sauce instead of like sloppy Joe because I don't like the sweet sloppy Joe stuff, and just eat that on like buns, and it's awesome.
See, I'm lucky because my neighbor went home. Well, my used to be neighbor, she went home to Bavaria and she brought me back like condiments from Germany. So I've got like currywurst and some kind of special German ketchup, not ketchup, but whatever it is. It's some kind of German thing that she says you put on, you know, meat and stuff. So, but currywurst is exactly what it is. If you want ketchup that tastes like curry, I mean, you know, that. So I put that on my hot dogs sometimes, you know. And of course, cold iron oven. Having heard of, actually, I think the bear one was the best. But having heard of my love for curry has made memes of me shooting across the sky with fire coming out of my ass and talking about, you know, curry magic or something. The bear one
Iron
shows
special
Susie and the
curry.
Banshees like leaping on bear. Sue
Oh,
from
yeah.
Susie and the Banshees. She's like, and I'm just standing there like, ah, you know, you got Susie.
The
coming out
summoning of
nowhere.
sushi. Yeah.
Well, you said something about Susie, and apparently Susie
I
did not
don't
care
like
for that.
Susie and the Banshees. Oh, I'm such a bad person.
Yeah, Susie did not care for it at all.
No.
You guys are doing board games today, right?
We're not doing anything today because we have guests from up north, I believe.
Oh, okay.
I thought the wife already put that in our super secret gamer chat. But yeah. I mean, it's still being effed up. You know how I was complaining about things being effed up?
Yeah,
They're still effed up.
I'm
Because
just afraid.
I just want to get back to my old schedule of, you know, do chores, play a game, whatever whatever we do, and just keep doing that. But unfortunately, it's like, and I'm not trying to complain because, of course, I love my in-laws and stuff. I really do. But we're going through this weird phase where it's like, you know, all the in-laws want to come visit. You know what I mean? And
I'm
I'm
just
like,
hanging out, waiting to see if
I'm
I'm
happy
free
to
for
see
that.
them, but it's fucking up like my stupid, nerdy bullshit.
It's change, and you fear change.
I do not like change. You are not wrong, my brother. But when they come down, we're going to take them out to that freaking gothy place to eat.
Fire is badass, dude. I've been there. There are Cuban
And then we're going
sandwiches.
to take them to that milkshake place they just opened up a while back.
Their Cuban sandwiches at Fire kick ass, dude.
Dude, you know what kicked ass at Fire? When I took my wife there for her birthday, the 6 foot tall, platinum haired goth chick that waited on us.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm on to you. And I had to tell her, I was like, that's kind of a rarity. She's like, what? I was like, most goth chicks go with black number 1, but occasionally you do see the platinum blonde, and occasionally you do see the wine red.
Yeah.
But, you know, so, you know, Pokemon, man, you got to catch them all.
That's right.
Yeah, that's what STDs are like.
Yeah.
What STDs are like. Bear.
What?
Did you look at my Instagram memes I sent you today, brother?
Hey, shut up. I've never gotten any of those, Bear. And like Willie Nelson, I don't know how much condoms cost.
All right, I'm out of here. I'll see you guys later.
Really? You're going to be a bitch?
Yeah. I ask you a question, you're like, "Hey, shut up." I'm like,
Because
fuck it,
I was
well,
talking.
no, you weren't.
Yes,
due
I was
respect,
telling
you're always
Bear I
talking.
have no idea how much
You,
content cost in the
you
night.
are always talking, bro. If you don't interrupt you during your stream, you don't get to speak.
Are you gonna make me call Mom?
No, but Bear, am I lying?
No one called you a liar.
See,
No one,
I'm fine.
not even I called you a liar. I just said, "Are you gonna make me call Mom?"
I'm off party.
I mean, are you going through menopause? I mean,
I'm going. Yeah.
that was a little bit of a temper tantrum. Do you need me to hug you real close until you get done
Yes.
skimming out?
I need. Yeah. I need a hug, bitch.
Okay. Bear knows the joke, so I'm going to let it drop.
What's the joke?
You know, the whole, I don't know.
Yeah. Hungar,
Yeah.
I want you to stay.
No, I was just asking my brother if he watched my Instagram reels today.
No, I got what you were asking him. You didn't send me anything on Instagram. Clearly, you don't care about me.
Because I don't have you on Instagram, fool.
Well, whose fucking fault is that, fool?
Yours.
No, it's not.
Me Instagram, I know you do. Cows tell
I know.
me,
I sent you reels today.
Oh, I haven't, dude. I've been up. I've done some stuff, hung out with the wife, fixed some things, did some shit, came in here for a little bit. I mean, come on, man. Cal ate a lot of curry from his German granny. Yeah. And Cal, yes, I loved your Otherworld Ogres. The loss of Otherworld is definitely like a kick right in the ass of RPGers who liked miniatures with their games. Because, and I stand on this 100%, no other company, even though they were expensive, that was my big problem with them. And they still are. If you buy the Badger remakes, they're still expensive as hell, but they are the best D&D models you will ever buy. I just had a.
No, I was sending a message to Bear.
What?
Yeah, I totally agree with that. As a matter of fact,
Is that Hunger?
I sent you a message on private chat.
Just to show Cal that we are brothers from another mother, look what I'm painting, Cal. That's right. Otherword Miniatures Orc Boar Boys. And believe me, Badger doesn't make these, so I had to go on eBay and hunt them fuckers down, and that was not fun.
There you go, Hunger.
Awesome.
Yeah. But Otherworld is they definitely are top tier for what they are. If you want to own miniatures that look exactly like the art in Monster Manual 1, you go to Otherworld. It is what it is.
I just gotta warn you, Bear. You asked for it.
Yeah.
Bear, you do not want to be friends with Hungar on Instagram.
I know what's going to happen. It's okay.
Yeah, you're going to end up unfriending him and then like not wanting to hang out with him. That's what's going to happen.
Yeah, or alternately, I'll get a bunch of porn. You know, anything.
No, you will not get any porn.
Porn, Bear. It won't be porn.
Well, then that's a shame.
It will.
But you will get.
It will be Kanye West songs being sung by Sneeko and the Tate Brothers and Nick
or kittens. The one with the kittens was hilarious.
Or it might be cats.
Yeah.
It could go either way.
Or Asian and Latina goth chicks.
Or what's the other guy's name? Gaines? Because there was a whole mob of them. And it's so hilarious. I talked about this yesterday. The mayor of Miami had to come out and give a speech about, hate not being accepted in South Beach.
Andrew Tate did an apology, and everybody else that was there doubled down.
Well, here's the reason, though. Powerful people have been trying to stick Andrew Tate in prison for like 10 years.
Yeah.
So unlike the other guys that were there that don't really got to worry about being put in an 8x8 or whatever, 8x6, Andrew does, because like England wants to extradite his ass, Romania wants to throw him in prison, so he needs to actually pay attention to what's going on. So by him apologizing, that all that means is he's being like, hey guys, let's not throw my ass in prison over something stupid, right? But like Myron Gaines, that dude was throwing Roman salutes and singing along, and he don't give a shit. And he was on.
I'm just gonna say it. Andrew Tate and Myron are pieces of shit.
Well, okay, I'm not going to disagree with you, but he was on like Dana White being interviewed. Yeah, 6x8, and they were like Dana White asked him if he was black, and Myron Gaines apparently said he's not. But he always thought he was. And I didn't even know this was a thing. So if there's any brothers in the audience, you can help me out with this. Apparently, in America now, you have black people and you have tethers, right? And black people are people who can like draw their line of descent to slaves. And tethers is anyone else. So, like, if you want to be a member of the Black Panther Party, you cannot be a tether. You have to roll in there and be like, yeah, this is my line of descent all the way back to when I was a slave. If you were never a slave, then you don't get to be part of that particular clique, right? So Myron's like, I don't even know what I am now. I'm not white. And the black community's calling me a tether and saying I'm not really black. He's like, so, to me, it's stupid, man. It's like, I don't even know how to describe that as a thing, but I've seen it before, like in real life, where the dark skinned brothers don't really have like a lot of fondness for the red bone brothers. You know what I mean? Like in the army, I've seen that, like the light skinned brothers. A lot of those dark skinned brothers weren't fans of them for some reason. And it's like, and I'm sitting there, the hillbilly from Kentucky, and I'm just thinking, you both black to me. I don't even understand what the problem is here, but they got problems, man. It's weird. It's freaking weird. And then when Nick Fuentes goes on his show and refers to Andrew Tate as my, whatever, it's like, what parallel dimension have we arrived in where the Mexican supposed Yahtzee is going to South Beach with a bunch of brothers and Muslims and whatnot, and then getting in trouble and shit? And it's like, I don't get it, guys. I don't get it. But like I always quote my man Lopan, I was not brought upon this earth to get it.
Other than that, everything's pretty good, though, right?
Yeah. Like, high yellow, red bone. These are things that you never really hear from anyone but your more dark-skinned brothers. And a lot of times they freaking hate them. And it's like, I don't get that hate. That would be like if, like, I don't know. That would be like if white dudes were like hanging out and then being like, you know what? I don't like those blonde guys.
So it's like everybody against us gingers.
Well, gingers deserve it, though.
You know what? You can fuck off.
Go fuck yourself.
Wow, in stereo. Yeah,
Right,
ginger's got some kind of weird recessive gene.
Hey, you can't say that. You have to say ginger. Only we can say with a hard R.
Oh. Ginger's got some kind of weird recessive gene that makes him closer to Neanderthal than like other people. I made that up 100%. I have no idea if anything I said just then.
And I'll say, and I think Mayor will agree, that us gingers are the truth.
Yeah. Like
What?
when I was in the Army, because where I grew up, there were literally no black guys, no black people. So I went to school and lived in an area that was just as white as the freaking driven snow. Well, okay, we had some Indians and maybe some half Mexicans or something, but whatever, everybody was pretty much identical. And I got into the Army. Boy, that was like is a learning experience because I just never encountered. And of course, I'm one of those guys that I like to kick back and like observe, kind of like a scientist, like I'm out here like National Geographic, right? I got my bike, binoculars on, and I'm like, ooh, here we have the New York brother. Let's observe him, shall we? Right? And I'll tell you what, being in the Army in like 90 and seeing the differences between, like, say, my bro from Mississippi, who was a black guy, versus black dudes from like Brooklyn.
Why are we having this conversation exactly about black people?
Because everyone in chat's having it too. It was really wild, man. You don't think it's a thing, and then all of a sudden it's a thing. Oh, and while we're having it, Bear, is some guy flexing and pretending to be in the Black Panthers and threatening to kill ICE and posing with like an AR and all this shit. And it turned out he's actually Puerto Rican. And so all of the actual Black Panthers that are still kind of around drug him through the internet like it was their job.
Oh, no, I gotta say something about ICE.
And that's where I found out about tethers. I was like, what the fuck is a tether?
You gotta hear this. So some guys hacked the app that ICE was using to meet up at different places to protest and put the address of a hardcore biker bar. So a bunch of ICE people went to protest at that biker bar and got their asses.
You mean the anti-ICE
You're talking
people?
about Antifa guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure ICE agents aren't out there protesting anyway.
Oh, yeah, the Antifa guys showed up at a biker bar protesting and carrying on. And
well, I'll tell you what. They lucked out because they could have been sent to the Blue Oyster. Which some of them might have enjoyed. I mean, hey, maybe you want to learn how to tango. I mean, I know me personally, I'll throw it right down on the table. One thing I regret in my life is I never learned how to dance. And I would have loved when I
go to the Blue Oyster,
like high school age, like say 9th, 10th grade, learned how to like do ballroom dancing and shit like that. Oh man. One, it's just good for you. You know what I mean? And two, chicks love a dude who can dance. I mean, it's just a fact,
Timmy.
Hey.
And when you're me, you need all the advantages you can get. If you're
So,
trying
Timmy,
to date, you know what I'm saying?
Are you going through the next ice age, or are you fine?
Well, it's starting to snow pretty heavily here.
Yeah, it's been doing that here.
Because I'm not a big Chad, and I was never on like a sports team that anyone gave a shit about, because honestly, no one gives a shit about baseball down here.
Hey, but you were on a breakdancing club when you were younger.
Why'd you gotta bring that up?
Because that's hilariously awesome.
So yes, I was on a breakdancing team. So anyway, yeah, down here in Florida, when I was down here, if you weren't playing football, no one gave a shit. Like zero shits given. If you're not on the football team, you might as well be on the chess team. And I'm out here, I'm playing baseball. I'm pretty good at it. And no one gives a shit. They're like, fucking baseball player. Look at these pussies, Like, but
could be worse. You could have tried to go with the band.
That's kind of why I loved when I went back up to Kentucky for school, is they didn't even have a baseball or a football team.
Football team.
We did. We had a football team.
Nobody cared, but there was a football team.
I was on the football team. We had one. We actually went 10-0, but nobody knew that we existed, so it didn't matter.
Yeah, James didn't even know.
And that's what I'm saying. When I was up there, because I was 140 pounds and like 5'6", no one expected me to be on the basketball team. So I was made in shade, man. There were no expectations for my short little ass, you know.
Yeah, everybody loves basketball in
Oh,
Kentucky.
in Kentucky, if you don't
Yep.
like basketball, especially where I'm from, the Wildcats, you could risk lynching or just getting your ass beat every day. Why do you think I'm walking around in that blue hat with the UK on it? You got to let people know you're on their team right off the bat. Otherwise, shit can get bad quick, you know.
I used to be very into UK basketball. No, I just don't care at all.
Yeah. So I'm going to go get a drink. I'll be right back. You guys.
Can we say slurs?
No.
I joined at the right time, I guess. Here we go.
Can we invent new slurs?
Right.
Yes. You're a fnort girl.
My new thing is stay fresh, cheese bags. That's what I like to say when I leave a room. They're like, all right, stay fresh, cheese bags.
You're like a more sociable version of Cartman who grew up. It's crazy.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Get to process that
definitely
for
a
a second.
compliment.
Well, Hungar, are you ready for the big snowstorm?
Yeah, like I was saying earlier, we're either going to get a half an inch or 15 feet. We don't know yet. It's either going to snow and sleet or we're going to have 72-degree weather. That's what the meteorologists keep saying.
Ours has been fairly consistent on snow. It's just how much and if it's going to ice up real bad.
Yeah, that's, it's like no. I think that all weather people should be females because those are the most undecisive people on the planet.
There might be a correlation there for sure. Oh yeah.
I was thinking, because you won't get the right weather, but at least you can look at something pretty, huh?
That same. Yeah,
I was going to say, just watch Yanette Garcia. It's not even in English, but it doesn't matter. You understand the numbers and the curves. That's all that matters.
Actually, to be fair, wouldn't it be in Celsius then instead of?
Now, when I lived,
you just plug it into the phone, just transfer it. Who cares? Doesn't matter.
When I lived in Iowa, we had the Weather Channel in that area had the best weather dude. His name was Tom Dizzle. And I was always like, Tom Dizzle, faux shizzle. You go, tell us the weather. There's this goofy looking white dude with glasses.
Yeah, he's talking about Tom Dizzle, talking about the drizzle every time it's raining.
Yeah.
He's just trying to hook up with the youth, you know.
You know what? It makes me think of some of the football players today, like David Fago.
Oh, no.
Nigga.
Yeah.
You know how many careers they've ruined.
And that will ever beat Dick Butkus.
Chicago Pro Bowler right there. Dick Butkus. Awesome guy.
Chicago. The Bears.
The Bears. Yeah, everybody was like, oh, it's too bad they didn't make it. I was like, hey, we knocked out the Packers. That's all I cared about. I wasn't even thinking we were going to make a wild card. So they got far enough. They'll get better next year, hopefully.
As long as you beat the Packers, right?
Right, exactly. Well, that was the thing. The quarterback, he went to all these other Chicago games because his season was over, and they made like this, I don't know, it seemed like it was just a big social media push. And all I'm seeing is these salty Packer fans in the comments just like, yeah, but you lost a bit. And it's like, guys, we don't even think about you. Green Bay, where is, who cares? Like, couldn't we, we need to go back to feuding with like the Vikings or just start up stuff with the Colts. Like Green Bay, I'm so done with them. They're weirdos. That's
I quit following sports. I don't even follow sports ball anymore.
Was the Packers the one with the cheese thing? They were
the cheeseheads. Yep.
Yeah, they're the cheddar heads.
Yeah. Well, and that was why they some guy designed the cheese shredder hat, and then he was wearing that after they beat him the first time. Nah, they probably took that personally. So James, today I learned there's German curry. You like breakdancing, and I still don't know what tethers are. Is this like a new thing in D&D or something they're coming up with?
No, this is real life, which makes it even stupider. A tether is a black person who lives in America but cannot draw their lineage back to slavery.
Okay.
So the black people who can draw their lineage back to slavery, they typically don't care for tethers.
Okay.
That
I guess it's maybe a whatever they call it, black Twitter or black Facebook, whatever's hidden
I
behind
didn't
the
know about. I was watching Dana White interview Myron Gaines, and Gaines explained how he's a tether. He didn't
Who
know
the hell?
he was a
Who's
tether.
Myron Gaines?
Myron Gaines is some like douchebag, but he's really like somehow
Fit
popular.
and Fresh podcast.
Oh,
Yeah,
he
fit
used,
and
to
fresh.
be, he used to be
They're-
called
they're like-
vegan games, you know?
I was gonna say because I heard Dana White and I was like, who's all right? What is he, like a welterweight or something? It's like, oh, he's a podcaster. Who cares?
Yep.
So
Yeah,
that's the
Dana
thing.
White's doing the podcast now, and Fresh
Yeah.
and Fit, they were kind of trying to push that. Do you remember a while back when like everybody was like doing these podcasts where they're just like clowning on stupid women?
Yeah.
Yeah, that one still does it, and that guy's
That
a
one
dummy.
still does it. And
That
that
guy's the
kind of
dumbass.
Fresh
That's
and Fit's whole
fucking
thing.
the whatever podcast. That one.
Yeah,
Whatever
the guy that's
podcast.
leaning really hard on what's his name, that
The
other
guy, yeah, Andrew Wilson's carrying
Andrew
the show.
Wilson, yeah.
What is the name of the guy that runs that show?
I can't remember.
He
That's
is,
how much I know about him. It's
That's
like
how much
I just
that's
watched
how much
Andrew Wilson.
personality
That's
that
about
guy
it.
has.
Yes.
he is such a spurg.
Yeah.
Like every time I watch that podcast, I'm more fascinated by waiting for how long before he has an OCD moment about them not doing the things the way he likes them to do, and then he just goes all fucking spurgy about it and becomes like really unreliable as a human being for a few minutes.
Yeah.
The only reason to watch that is for Andrew Wilson.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
even then, Andrew Wilson exhausts me now. It's like, okay, fuck, we've seen your arguments, we get them. Stop arguing with whores. Like arguing with whores. Like, really,
But look,
that's how you're building your career, arguing with whores.
look at that business model, though. They've all become millionaires by inviting the stupidest whores they could find onto a show and then clowning on them for an
And
hour.
that doesn't make you fucking weep for society?
So should I just start a
Brian
podcast and
Atlas,
start
that's
inviting the
his name.
whores
Brian
on?
Atlas. Sorry, what was that, Hungar?
Just start a podcast to invite a bunch of whores on and call them stupid.
Yes.
Get
It
rich.
apparently works.
Just make a podcast and just go, you stupid.
You stupid.
They're like Andrew Tate. They're all making money off disenfranchised young men who don't know what to fucking do with themselves and don't fit in a
Pretty much.
feminized society that focuses only on female behavior. So by exploiting and exposing the weakest form of females, they make those boys go, yeah, see, we were right. And they
And
throw
that is-
shit tons of money.
And that is why we need another crusade.
Well, what was it from
No, that's what we need to
1984? It
repeal
was
the
like
19th.
it was like what, the 5 minutes of hate or whatever like that. That's all it is. It's just that for
It's
disenfranchised young
Orwell.
men.
It's
And
very
instead of throwing Rotten Tomatoes, they're throwing super chats at this low IQ retard who's running
he
the
is
thing.
not a bright fucking guy.
No, he's not.
Well, I will say this. He's bright enough to know that you can extract tons of money out of stupid whores.
Sure, and the stupid whores are extracting money by showing their buttholes. I mean, it's
Dude,
it's
they're
a
already
good thing.
rich. Half of those
Yeah.
whores that show up on the show are already like millionaires from OnlyFans or whatever, you know.
Yeah.
Like they give a fuck. They're dumber than rocks, but they've got $50 million in them.
Well, that's the thing that people are like, well, these dumb whores, why are they even on the show? It's because, well, once you see her, you're going to go to her OnlyFans and she's going to get richer. That's why she's
That's
on
why
the show.
they go
You
on.
dummies.
Right. You bring some, if she's like on the hot end of the scale, she
Yep.
goes on there, she can get as dumb as shit. She's getting another 100 subscribers at least
Yeah.
at $10.99 a month. That shit adds up.
Yeah.
Like they had Amarath on, right? And they're talking to her, which she actually was pretty decent. She didn't come off as stupid.
Sure.
But the pure fact of the matter is, the guys that were talking shit about her lifestyle, she's like 10 times richer than any of them, or probably
Right.
all of them put together. I mean, that woman has tens of millions of dollars.
Who are we talking about?
Amarath.
Oh, she's a fucking whore.
She is a
Jesus
fucking
Christ, who
whore,
gives a
but
fuck
she's
if she
got
has
millions and
like, this is
millions
the
of
thing.
dollars.
This is how our society is broken. We measure someone's value on how much money they fucking have. Like,
You
Jesus
missed what I
Christ.
was saying. I was saying she was on there talking to these idiots. She's got more money than any of them.
Yeah, so what? She's still a stupid
Well,
whore.
so what? Well, apparently taking butthole pics is a good business.
Well, I'll
plan
get
if
right
you're
on that
amateur.
and see if my butthole can make me $10 million and figure that shit out, I guess.
bet
You know what,
would,
Bear? I would
because-
send you a super chat.
Oh, thank you, Hungar.
Not only
This is
there,
such a mensch.
Yeah.
Hungar, not only that, but if he like actually did the OnlyFans as like a bear thing, and I mean the other kind of bear, not the you know. Yeah, you'd probably have twinks and shit sending you some.
Yeah, I don't want to have conversations with these people. I don't want to talk to them. Fuck.
Well, that's the beautiful thing. You don't have to. They don't live stream. They just post pictures of their
Yeah, I'll have
butts.
to hire some Indian chat company to do my love chats.
That
like
they
these
do.
girls do.
That they do.
One of those guys that can handle all the DMs without all the trauma would be like, Mr. Bear, they want to see feet covered in Italian dressing.
Bear,
Like,
bear.
"Oh,
They
shit."
say open anus, bear. Open
Yeah.
anus more. They give
Yeah,
you $10,000.
both hands, please. Both hands.
Very good for you. Very good. Hey, buddy. Good money.
Right.
All my Indian friends, if they were watching this, would be laughing.
OJ Flynn, what in the butt? I remember when that came out.
It's like that one joke. It's like, girl goes to the doctor. Is like, doctor, my butt's been hurt. He's like, where? He's like, the entrance. And he's like, well, as long as you continue calling it that, it's going to hurt.
You know what? That's it, man. I call myself Bear because a friend, she gave me that nickname, and I cherished it because of the special friendship we had at a very dark time in both our lives, and we helped ourselves get through some of the worst winters. And I was very proud of it. Ever since I've been around everybody here on the internet, no one can understand that there's more uses for the word bear than fucking hairy gay guys. Jesus Christ.
My wife calls me her bear, but that's because I tower over her, and she's
No,
like,
I'm just gonna have to change my
Goldilocks.
nickname. I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna have to think about what the new one's gonna be, but it's not gonna be Bear anymore because I'm fucking tired of this. Like, for fuck's sake, man.
The internet's awesome.
The internet is
What
like
in
the
my
worst.
behavior pattern? Hunger. Legit. Don't be a dick on this one. What in my behavior pattern would ever make you think I'm gay?
Nothing at all.
That's why we would think you were a bear.
Oh, fuck off.
Like a big grizzly, not like the gay kind.
This is my fault. I came on here today.
Yeah, that's a nice save. And
I mean, here's
it
a
shows
hypothesis.
that you truly are a friend of the bear.
I mean, one hypothesis could be that was two brain cells going really fast against each other and then being like, all right, the guy's nickname is Bear, and he used to be a guard at a gay club. And like, that's it. That's all. The only thing that's going on in there. That's all they're thinking.
The small hadron collider in their brain.
Yeah, right. They're like, he's gay.
We've already established that since they turned that thing on, we're living in like a weird alternate dimension.
Hunger, what did you say that I missed because I was just having a fucking mental breakdown?
About what?
Oh, you said something and James said you were being a good friend and I missed it and I'm sorry.
I said the only bear you remind me of is like a big grizzly that's going to rip somebody's arms off.
No, there's my boy right there.
And I was saying, Hungar's being a good friend. He's helping
Boy,
you.
Hunger, that's a good. You and me, bro, we're tight now.
Always.
Ah, well.
Whereas me, I'm not going to ask either way because I don't feel like it's my business.
You thought I was gay until I told you I wasn't. That was the funniest part of it all.
Well, I assume that generally of all Canadians.
Yeah, so.
Yeah, I presume all Southerners fuck their sisters. There we go. Look at that.
That does
Fucking asshole, Bear. Both of you guys are assholes right
You
now.
just took a shot at Canada and called us all gay.
And you called us all
well.
inbreeders.
Well, then talk to your brother about being nicer to Canada, Hunger.
I called him an asshole
Look,
first.
look, it's only inbreeding if you actually come inside of them.
Oh, it's like that one time I was going down on a girl and I realized that she died of poison after, I started tasting it.
What?
I don't think anyone even knows what that was.
What the fuck was that, Hunger?
It was so horrible.
He went down on a chick and then she died.
No, she died of poison. I didn't know what she died from until I tasted it. She was already dead, I was saying.
Oh, okay. So you're talking about going down on a corpse.
Yeah, put the romance in necromance.
I mean, if I could be more ashamed of you, I guess I would. But at
You
this
know, the
point-
shame can only go so far.
Yeah, at this point, I'm just like, huh. All right.
Okay.
That's my brother.
You know, like, I don't know what else to say. See, me, I think for the most part, when I say outlandish shit, people know I'm joking. But
I'm pretty sure everybody knows I don't go down on dead chicks.
see, I'm not pretty sure of that. And I'm related to you.
I mean, the only thing, never mind.
Thank you.
See, you were getting ready to say something even more out of pocket.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you know what? The only warm organ of a dead chick is mine.
Oh my goodness. See,
I'd crack myself up.
well, somebody needs to. So I think I already did a video, but just so everybody knows, and we can talk a little bit about a gaming thing, I picked up Baron's War.
Thank you.
You picked up what?
Baron's War.
What's that?
It's a small unit skirmish game set in the time between the Baron's War, where they duked it out until King John decided to sign the Magna Carta.
Holy shit, chat's actually working now.
Is it? Oh, it is.
Yeah. There
Huh.
it goes.
Yeah,
Neat.
just kicked over. Throw the link in. Get someone else in here to talk stupid shit with us.
Yeah, I'm getting ready to bounce
Yay.
out.
No,
No.
Timmy, I said talk, not sit there and just go, hey.
Yep, I'm getting ready to bounce out and go eat dinner and go to sleep.
I don't think so.
I
Look,
do.
I'll contribute to this conversation when I have something to say.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
Well,
He's
Timmy, don't you want to
basically-
chime in on? Don't
gonna
you
be
want
the
to chime in
silent
on the
tank.
necromancy?
Hey, you want to chime in on dead hooker pussy? I mean, is that
No,
not a topic
I
that's
don't
the
have
rule of
anything
your
to say
world?
about that. I'm not Hungar.
So Squirrel Hermit says it's a great skirmish game. It's made by War Games Atlantic. You basically put together your Baron, his immediate retinue, and whatever soldiers you feel like you can levy from your barony. And then you either go to war with like the king or for the king.
I know,
Because you
it's-
feel like you should have rights.
Yo, Bubba.
Hey,
Bubba?
but
How
all
you
I
doing?
know is it's not Frostgrave, and if it ain't Frostgrave, I don't give a damn.
Frostgrave is a good game.
I was gonna say, yeah, you said small unit tactics game or skirmish game. I'm like, there are so many of those right now. It's hard to kind of gauge quality.
That is.
You said small unit tactics skirmish game, and I heard Matt Damon.
Matt Damon.
If it ain't Fiona Apple, I don't give a damn.
I haven't played a
Oh.
skirmish game in a while.
The freaking
Oh, wow.
Custodes meme where I'm sitting there like, oh shit. And the female Custodes is freaking Fiore or
Claire Forlani.
Lanny. And I'm just like,
Yeah,
Oh,
but roll some
shit.
coffee. Good.
like,
Do you guys know them in Chicago, Paul?
Who's that?
From SCTV, the Schmengi brothers? It was Eugene Levy and John Candy, and they did
I
this
know
Polish
SCTV.
polka band.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
And their big song, their big hit, cabbage rolls and coffee. Good.
I could see that for sure.
I want to make cabbage rolls now.
That is so dated.
Yeah.
It is. It's around the time of
I know how old it is.
Okay.
around
Yeah,
the
we're
time of
all
Father
like
Guido
Kid
Sarducci.
when that came out. Like,
At
I
least
wasn't
four
even-
of
my
us-
balls hadn't even dropped yet when that fucking came out.
Yeah, but at least
Oh.
4 of us in the chat's 50 plus.
I
Yeah.
probably wasn't born by the time this thing you're talking about was out.
Timmy,
I think
you
it
weren't
was
born by the time
60, but I
Duran
was
Duran
good.
finished their last album. Shut up.
Exactly.
but all you need to know, Tim, is that Duran Duran was awesome.
They really
And
I
so
were.
think
was-
I heard of them though.
I'm
And so
hearing
was
Trent
NCTV.
Crusade is on fire. If by on fire you mean that those idiots have basically managed to destroy almost all the goodwill of that game, yeah. Yeah, it's on fire, all right. It's like they come out with like plastic miniatures after they tricked everyone into buying STLs and shit.
Oh, anybody that purchased into Trench Crusade's getting exactly what they deserve.
Yeah.
They sold that totally on that guy's artwork. There was no game or anything, and people were like, "No." That's the problem now. Is a lot of products are based on quote unquote vibes. That's it. They're like, "Oh man, this has got a real great. This has got grimdark vibes, man," and that's what they bought. And now they're getting miniatures that are falling apart or unfinished.
But this, okay, from an RPG point of view, because I'm, guys know I don't give a fuck about miniatures, but like,
Sure.
I'm pulling my fucking what little hair I had left gone because I'm literally trying to design this fucking game, and every design I come up with is either something I've already done, just with a different path. Oh, look at that! That's the same thing with 2 different dice. Oh my god! Or it's fucking D&D, and I cannot, for the life of me, come up with a good mechanic anymore. Like my brain's just like, nope, I got nothing. You shot your load on heroic and valorous. Good luck. It's like fuck. It's pissing me off.
It's for the time though.
Okay, what was that, Bubba?
For real, guys, I'm gonna go eat. I'll see you later.
Go eat.
Okay, let's try that again, Bubba, when someone's not talking.
I'm a little fucking drunk. But D&D, we're solid mechanics. They've stood the test of time for the old stuff.
Oh, fuck off. Take your OSR for a fucking 13-step walk off a 12-step pier, please. Jesus Christ.
Whatever. Don't want your personal preference.
Yeah. I like playing games where I don't have to think and I can just have my character tell me who I is, and then I just roll the dice, and then it's great.
That's later D&D, bro.
Yeah, that's later
D&D.
Oh, fucking D&D. It's baby's first role-playing game. Jesus Christ.
Like 3rd edition on, it was like the character sheet played the game for you. But in earlier editions where you didn't have like perception checks and stupid shit like that, you as the player actually had to figure shit out.
Mm-hmm.
And
not really, boy. OSR players, smartest people I ever met. They're really good at figuring everything out. They've got the fucking secrets of the universe locked in because they didn't have character sheets to tell them anything.
And if we disagree with Jim, we're just fucking ignorant knuckle draggers. That's so condescending.
No, yeah, whatever.
Well, I would
last
say
10 years, all I fucking heard is it's not in your character sheet, man. It's in your head. Well, okay, I'm not a fucking 18 wisdom intelligence wizard. There's no magic spells in my head. Maybe I need the character sheet to help me out right now. I don't know. Call me crazy. Fuck.
Yeah, of course. But here's the issue, right? When you're playing like a good OSR game, your character sheet would fit on an index card anyway.
Okay, that doesn't make it better. That's just a taste.
You don't need to like worry about, okay, what's my perception check? Because guess what? If you want to look around a room, you tell the DM you're looking around the room. Not only that, you describe how you're looking around the room. And therefore, players actually, you had player skill versus player
Oh,
come on, guys!
Give me a fucking.
I like the dichotomy. I like the dichotomy of the OSR where it's like, oh, we had this great imagination, and everything was great, and then there's the eternal arguments of magicians don't have enough hit points, all the spell slots. Here's all the rules stuff. We're gonna cry about character creation, rolling up worthless characters. All that. It's
Let's
like,
be honest here.
Was it a great creative game, or were there bullshit rules because it was the first
You're
RPG
talking
and
about
they were kind of
one
feeling
guy.
through the darkness?
Okay.
I mean, because clearly if it was so great and perfect, there was never any reason or need to make more versions of the rules because the first rules were just God's gift to the fucking RPG.
There was a reason. It's called money.
Yeah, okay, that's it.
It's the same reason. It's the
That's
same
why everybody
reason
house
Warhammer
rules the
40K
game. That's why everybody comes up with new rules on their own because they're getting fat fucking checks from big gaming. Like, fuck off.
No. I'm telling you. Why do you think Warhammer puts a new set out every 3 years?
Okay, we're not talking about Warhammer. We're talking about fucking D&D.
We're talking about,
and I'm talking about the fact that people have been house ruling it since day one.
Of course they have.
Trying to find ways to fix things that they see as a problem in the design because they didn't agree with Arneson or Gygax on certain things. Therefore, the game evolved.
House ruled shit, and he wrote the game.
Well, then it's obviously not the perfect game that stands the test of time because it's changed over the test of fucking time.
Except it did stand the test of time.
Oh, I give up. It's
like it's like a 1979 Toyota Corolla Just because somebody throws some freaking spoilers on that bitch and rims does not mean it didn't stand the test of time.
Yeah.
Okay.
All you got to do is live near Puerto Ricans to know that's a fact.
And then somehow he works racism into it. It's amazing.
How is it racist to say Puerto Ricans like old school Corollas? They do.
It really is. And you've surveyed the entire Puerto Rican people to get a general consensus that all Puerto Ricans love old school Corollas.
No,
that's what makes it racist, James. In case you're wondering,
the car show.
You're making a generalization. You're using a blanket statement about.
You know what? I love generalization. I'm going to generalize everything from now on. I've been to car shows. It's just like, who do you think's driving?
It's my fault. I thought you guys would be able to help me with a good conversation about something that would help get my brain going in the right direction where I could kick into gear. But instead, I'm getting a fucking lecture about how great D&D is. So fucking clearly, obviously. Thanks, guys. Really appreciate the help on that when you had my back.
Anytime. It's kind of like you're going to see an old dude with a GTO, an old white guy, because he's finally got enough money to buy and repair that GTO he's always wanted. You know what I mean? It's just the way it is.
Okay.
But anyway, no, D&D is a great game, even though it's not really even barely in my top 10, honestly.
Yeah.
Everybody knows the best game is RuneQuest.
Get the fuck out of here.
I don't know about that. It's definitely got the
roll master, even though the die 100 goes different. They're about the same thing anyway. You know, it's like roll under a skill or roll over 100.
You get some coffee.
Yeah, that's what you need because you're a grumpy Gus.
Oh, shut up. You were on your fucking period earlier. So don't give us shit.
I'm still on my period.
Guys are such old bitches. You know what? I'm glad I only pop on here when I'm like fucking 2 sheets to the wind.
I mean, why do you think I had to leave? I had to go change out my man pad.
Your man pads? Gotta put some dryness down for your mangina.
Yeah, my man. I've got a mangina.
That's
run out of the room to check.
So, Bubba, have you ever went to a club where people drink Bailey's cream whiskey and wee on each other?
Dude, I've been in some fucking weird clubs. The weirdest I was, they were eating food off people, like they were like tables. This weird BDSM club in New York that I got rooked into.
I was about to say, was that a Japanese thing? I think I've seen that once. It was weird.
If they moved, they got the shit knocked out of them. It was weird.
I'm old Greg.
What?
The only time I've seen anything like that was the Clerks animated series when Randall married a Japanese businessman and the Japanese businessman would eat his sushi off of Randall's stomach.
This was in New York in 1990. And
no, you can find anything in New York in the 90s. Yeah.
It was before Giuliani cleaned up that fucking cesspool. So,
well, it's filthy again.
Yeah, bring back the rats and crumbling buildings.
Right, you know.
We were almost 70s films of post-apocalyptic America, and they were just filmed in parts of the boroughs that were falling in on themselves. Right.
Like Escape from New York, they just went to parts of Brooklyn and filmed shit. We have a whole neighborhood here and not a single window intact.
Everybody stacked on top of each other. I used to be enamored by cities. Now I avoid them. They're just disgusting to me.
Yeah.
I'll just stick in the woods. Stay in the woods. That's the best place.
Yeah.
Good thing is I soon might be able to get some better internet.
You getting you some
fiber optic.
We got fiber optic. It's not that great. I'm across the street from the fucking servers.
It should still be better. It should still be better than Windows. It should still be better than Windows.
And my shit is constantly dropping signal.
I know, right? I'm literally 100 feet from where the server sits. I lose connection sometimes.
Squirrelhammer, you and I are going to have to get together at some point and discuss Warhost, which is for that. I don't Now, I looked up the rules, and basically you pick the noble and you build his entourage, and then you can hire some other guys to be on your team, and then you duke it out with another guy. And it all has to do with whether you're rebelling against King John or supporting King John, which we all know what happened. King John had to sign the Magna Carta. But it looked kind of cool, and I was low on my requisite dopamine and whatever, so I had to buy something so that my brain would be like, "Oh, cool," something cool, because unfortunately that is a thing. I have to buy things sometimes. Now this month I did really good because I bought myself a bunch of shit, but it was all like $3.99 paint. And I staggered it so that it all came in like every other day. So every other day I was like, yay, serotonin.
Every day's Christmas. I need to get me some more
throttle connections to the internet. I believe it.
games.
Because if I want my internet to go out, the first thing I need to do is try to operate 2 cameras at the same time, like one on my paint area and one on me. My shit will crash so quick.
Wow.
It's like, nope.
Need to upgrade, bro.
Cold Iron said this to me, James. He said, I like making these memes because you lot crack me the hell up and produce solid content, and I meme while listening. You guys are as bad as a sewing circle for pettiness and gossip, and it's fucking great.
Yeah. You guys
I'll tell you what.
That's hilarious. That means
having worked construction, I can tell you right now, there's no one on the planet that gossips and is more petty than a bunch of construction workers.
Really?
Oh my God.
I could see it.
Yeah, you'll hear about all kinds of shit when you're working construction, especially like I used to work commercial. So I was building, like, say, a public superstore, the Walmart supercenters. You'd be there for months, which means all the different guys would get to know all of the inside shit on everyone else. So you would know which dude was banging which dude's girlfriends, and like, and it was just like, I kind of stayed out of that shit, but it was still interesting when the horn blows and you're sitting there eating lunch and like people were just fucking tearing each other up, and you're just kind of like a tourist, you're kind of hanging, being like, eh. See, I wasn't really part of any crew because my job was concrete forming, which meant I worked alone. They would show me the blueprint where we needed columns for corners and whatever to support the structure. And then I did that, and I had no help.
Come in and do their shit and leave.
Right.
I should ask my brother, see what he did when he did construction for a little bit.
Oh, the roofers are the worst, let me tell you.
Really?
Oh, man. There's 30 of them, and you got to watch out if you're trying to form up a column underneath that if they're already on the roof, because they will drop hot tar right down the back of your shirt.
Oof, yeah.
And it's like every group of roofers I ever met, they may as well have been part of some kind of swinger club. It was like they were all bitching at each other over who was banging whose wife and this, that, and the other. And it's like, and I'm just sitting down there like, all right, I'd be worried if I was one of them, because if somebody was like, yeah, so-and-so's banging so-and-so's wife, they're like 40 feet up. All you need is a little nudge if somebody's near an edge, and that'd be the end of that fucker. And how would you ever prove it was actually intent? You know what I mean? So I don't know if I'd want to mess with one of them like that, because, yeah, they could kill you. But like me, I would just show up to the area, throw my iron in. I had to tie the iron, put the column up, and then form it up with plywood and run the rods through it that would hold the plywood together against the concrete going in. And once I did that, they'd bring concrete pump in, and I pumped that joker full, and I had what we colloquially called a donkey dick, which is a big vibrator, but it's got like a huge dong on the end of it, and you dip it in to vibrate all the concrete down. And when you get to the top, you're done. And the next day you break it down, and then another guy that I never talked to shows up, and all the divots in the concrete from the rods that went through to hold the form together, his whole job is to mix up hydraulic concrete and like smooth that shit over. That's all he did all day. And all I did all day is form up columns and shit. So we were kind of outsiders as far as the, you know, we didn't work in groups or anything. Oh, laborers, get out of here. And firefighters, man. When you're laying in bed at 11 o'clock after a full day of call, and like somebody's talking to you about when they were 20, they used to have some woman put beads up them and try and start them like a lawnmower. And you're just sitting there like, wait, what? Did I just hear what I thought I heard? And I'm literally 6 feet away from this fucking dude. And he's over here talking about, you know. Plus, if there's a female on the crew, you know that every dude on the crew's already banged her at least once, you know. That's a thing. And everybody gossips about it behind everyone else's back. That's the one thing you can count on. If you're on a crew, a fire crew, you're all brothers, right? The brotherhood. But behind your back, somebody is talking shit nonstop. And then when promotion time comes up, get the fuck out of here. The brotherhood dies on the vine as soon as promotion comes up. You know what I mean? It's like you'll have dudes going down to the freaking admin talking about what a piece of shit you are when the day before they're like, my brother, you know what I mean? Fucking, ugh. I love that job, but man, you gotta deal with a lot.
To be honest.
And then I've seen when like a new guy got hired, the first thing the crew he was going to be sent to did was go on his Facebook to see how hot his wife was. Because every single one of them was going to bang her at some point. That was the plan, right? Not that they were going to tell him, but that was the plan. So they're your brothers, man. They're going to have your back when you're in a multi-car accident or you're in a fire and shit. At the same time, they are definitely going to be trying to deep dick your wife.
Oh, shit. I think I just realized that the I've been working on for 3 days didn't get saved.
Uh-oh.
Oof.
That sucks, dude.
Ah.
Fuck.
But anyway, that's my experience with my job, you know. People talk shit.
If we go back to gaming, Bubba's last game was fun that I was in.
You ain't
Fun
got
enough.
just up to him now that he's here, man.
That's
I'm
cool.
not.
I suck.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm the most KSDM on the internet. I'm just mid.
why don't you tell him what you were saying the other day?
What did I say the other day? I don't remember.
Nothing, and it would be bearing false witness to try and get you. You didn't say a damn thing wrong. You said Bubba is a good DM and his game is fun. And that you hope you survive so that you could use some stupid magic.
Oh, the elf almost died last time.
Yeah, he's
Right.
always getting killed.
He can't.
So,
That's just
yeah,
a man.
Bubba,
He attracts attacks
Yeah.
and bad decisions. It's just so. How many bad decisions can I make in one game?
He also has
23.
a bit of bad luck whenever it comes to hitting anything, to be honest.
Yeah, he's just.
well, you can take it from me, Bubba, that Timmy has not ever said anything negative about you in front of me.
It's
Now,
okay.
I don't know what
I
he's
rub
been-
everybody the wrong way. I've accepted that as part of my personality.
You
But
don't
as
rub
a
me the
DM, I
wrong
try to
way.
be as fair as possible. So
See, the person I feel worse for right now might be PB. Because other than Bear, who's decided to leave the whole conversation,
I'm here. I just don't have my camera on, you fucking.
poor PB is surrounded technically by just nothing but Appalachians or Kentucky people.
you
Yeah.
should be blessed.
Yeah,
You're
right?
in God's country now, son.
I was gonna say I'd prefer. That's why I love them at Gary Con when they're sharing the bourbon. But this is all fucking backwoods nonsense to me.
They stopped
Oh,
bourbon production this year in
At least you're not in the flatlands. Come on. Bunch of
Yeah.
methods there.
Jack Daniels is not making any bourbon this year. We paused it. They paused it, not me. They're not producing any more bourbon this year because of the barrel tax.
Oh wow.
I'm not
barrel tax
concerned. I drink
started.
Maker's Mark, so
Well, I never bought Jack Daniels anyway, and
not
I'm
good
not
bourbon.
buying any more alcohol either.
Yeah,
So,
well,
yeah.
I like my candy alcohols. I've been drinking a lot of Smirnoffs.
I kind of
As
gave up on
I joke
alcohol.
about people being fags, I'm drinking this gay ass shit right here.
Yeah, you're drinking your apple teeny.
Yeah, dude, it's,
Y'all gay. Look,
it's
now
red,
this
white,
is a
and berry,
cosmopolitan, a
Smirnoff
man's
Ice
drink, a
Max.
sophisticated man's drink.
Food so faggy.
I'm not going to talk shit
It's
because
not
I'll tell you
faggy
what.
stuffy like Jolly Ranchers and a Zima, but it's pretty gay.
Zima,
Look,
God, yeah.
coconut rum and pineapple juice is a delicious.
I used to
care
work
what
with a guy that
anybody
was
says.
drag. When we go to
I
these
don't care.
shows, because he always invited us, and that was a big thing in the gay bars. They would drop the fruit shit.
Gotta be
in
better than the White Claws.
Ain't no law when it's White Claw.
Never drank White
Get
Claw.
some crazy,
Hey.
Southern women all just freaking ripped on White Claws.
Boom Mar.
Oh yeah,
Is it just like a can of seltzer water with like a twist of alcohol in it? Like that's it? Like that's all
I
White
just
Claw
look
is?
around a lot of
There's
shit.
actually
Like
quite a bit
Mad
of
Dog
alcohol
and
in it.
Blue Farm, I guess,
Yeah.
and bourbon.
I
So
didn't
it's
know.
Blue Farm, Mad Dog, and bourbon. That was all they drank, and Mountain Dew. So
but honestly, you're right, PB.
Yeah.
It's basically seltzer water with like a splash of some flavor and then a bunch of alcohol.
Yeah. It's like,
And
oh,
the
this
women
is
think
this is a
it's,
guilt-free
like, easy
drink
to
for us because
drink.
there's no calories. It's like water pretty much. And you're like, all
Yeah.
right. And then they drink like 12 cans of it
Yeah, they hammer about 4 back, and the next thing you know, they're like
all over the place. Yeah.
all over the
these
fucking
things are
place.
delicious. They're like 8% alcohol, and they go down like a soda.
Yeah.
So
That's the problem. You crack that
Yeah,
bitch open, and you're like, this is really easy to drink.
Well, that's like me with Radlers. That's what I usually bring if I'm at a con in Wisconsin that you can just kind of open container and drink when you're walking around. Yeah, I'll drink. Yeah, it's pretty much just like German beer soda. You can just drink it.
Yeah, I don't even
Tasty.
know what a Radler is.
Yeah, it's pretty much what it is. It's like a almost like a alcoholic soda for the most part.
oh yeah, they
But
banned
Like
Yeah.
raspberry or grapefruit flavored. Yeah.
I was going to
Have
try
you
some.
ever heard of that?
They restricted them. I wanted to try some of those THC sodas, but they've restricted sales for some reason. So
Not down here, baby.
I can go to Ohio, and it makes me feel dirty sometimes, so I don't go there very often.
I get it. I get that feeling. Yeah,
Then Buckeyes irritate me.
some of them. Yeah,
It's the driving. It's the driving.
but you guys think
God.
we're the state that come up with Four Loko,
Yeah, Florida's
and
special.
apparently that shit was so bad it was killing people.
Yeah, Florida's
They're
special.
like, you need to calm down. I mean, it's got like shit tons of energy drink and like 8.8 alcohol, and also some other chemicals that might make you hallucinate and shit.
The authentic, the synthetic,
And it's fruit flavored. So
actually made out of sewage water or some shit. Yeah. My daughters went through a phase where they were all about the Four Loko shit, and I was like, oh my God,
yeah, new Four Loko ain't shit.
did I raise
The
them?
old original Four Loko, that would kill you. That'd put you in the. I mean,
I swear
of course,
to God.
everybody was drinking it though. It's like when you remember the club phase when everybody was ordering like vodka and Red Bull,
Oh God.
No.
and it's like, yeah. Have a few of those and see your heart just explode.
Yeah.
My club phase must have ended way before everybody else's.
Mine did too, kinda. There was a while when I was like the club guy that went out with all my friends, and my job was to make sure my friends drank water, because like I was the only one there who wasn't rolling, and they were all rolling on X,
Yeah.
which was
Oh,
a big thing
tamales.
back in the day in the goth clubs and shit.
Sure.
So my job would I'd go to wherever my friends were dancing or whatever they're doing, give them the look over, measure their temperature, give them a bottle of water and be like, drink this. And
You had your little
okay.
you had your little fireman's med kit there with your flashlight checking their pupils. Yeah.
I didn't have that. I probably should have. But I was just that guy, you know. I'd be like,
Was
show
X
up
the worst thing you ever did?
and then get hugged on because all the chicks I hung out with, when they started rolling that X, boy, they get touchy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it makes you fall in
Yeah.
love with everything. It affects you on a genetic level, on a DNA level, and you will have affectionate, emotional responses to things that you wouldn't normally have. So it affects you on a certain level that's kind of crazy.
The way I heard it is that when you're rolling on X, it's like everything that touches you feels good.
Yes, you fall.
So you want to touch
endorphin level
everything.
for love and stuff.
Vodka and Monsters, no thank you. When I drink vodka, I drink it straight. I've got a special glass my dad got me from Russia, which was his grandma's, and it holds 2 shots, and that's what I tip it back in.
Oh, the recovery thing worked. I didn't lose my chop shop.
Nice. Yeah, but I do drink Monster energy drinks, but generally only one every other day or so, and they're sugar free and all that.
Dude,
Probably
once I
still
found out how
not
to make
great
the synthetic B12, I was like, hell no. You know the synthetic B12 is made from sewage waste, right?
One day everything we eat will be made from sewage waste, so I'm not worried about.
I was
That's
gonna
a
say
weird
Monster. Honestly, Monster, I wouldn't be surprised if it had weird shit in there like mare's piss and all kinds of weird.
Oh, the synthetic
Stuff.
B12 is made from is derived from like this shit they get from sewage waste.
Mhm.
100%.
Yeah, I worked at a water treatment plant for like a year, man. You're not going to gross me out.
The synthetic B12 is really bad for your kidneys, real bad. But you can't find a drink that has like actual B12. It's all synthetic, so it's all a kidney killer.
Well, I'll tell you what. I am sitting here being like, "Thank you, sir, for telling me something I didn't know."
Well, it's like minuscule amounts of it won't hurt you, but no one goes by the recommended amounts. They all go like, I drink 6 of them a day. Your kidneys are going.
Oh no, fuck that! I would die.
You
That
can have
sounds terrible.
6 of these things a day, I'd be curled up in a corner, fucking dead.
Yeah, that's how they get around it, though. The recommended amount is for one use. The problem is it's in everything. Therefore, you overload and you poison yourself. Everything in modern that's mass produced or over, processed is bad for you in large quantities. Small quantities, not so much. But large quantities,
but
overdue because we are human. It tastes good, therefore I drink 6 of them. Fucks you up.
See, I'm lucky though because I had a younger brother who used to be a truck driver, and he used to live on like chorizo tacos and energy drinks, and then he had a massive heart attack, had to have like a quadruple bypass and all that. And I learned from his fuck up.
Yeah, I lived on mini thins for many years. Mini thins and crank. But what my heart up the most was the cancer treatment they saved my life with. The Rituxan destroyed my heart. That's why I'm fucked.
Right.
Not all the speed I did.
Well, I mean, you had to make a choice, didn't you?
Yeah, I got 10 years out of it, so I'm good.
You're like, I can keep doing what I'm doing, or I could die.
Yeah, my granddaughter got sick, and I
got choices here.
They told me what cancer treatment she was taking, and I was in tears because I was like, the Rituxan and her being so young. But they got rid of Rituxan. They don't do it anymore. We woke up to that.
Well, speaking of the big C, my homie, my old roommate, and the guy I've been gaming with for like 30 years got the but still, he got the remission notice from his doctor last week. So,
what cancer do you have though?
Something to do with his thyroids.
Thyroid cancer? That's a rough one. Old school gamers got that, but he's not doing anything about it, so he's fucked.
Yeah, he went in and they were like, "Why is your neck so swole up?" And they started looking at it and they're like, "Dude, you've got a really aggressive thyroid cancer." And he's like, "Oh shit." So they put a port in him and started pumping him full of things, and he had this long black hair that he was so like, it looked honestly like Ronnie James Dio.
Yeah.
He was so proud of it. Now that shit's just gone. He's wearing ball caps.
Chemo makes that all fall out, dude. You think you're okay with it till you run your hand and you got your handful of hair and you're bald the next day. Then you're not
so. But I talked to him the other day, and I'm like, "How you doing?" He's like, "I'm in recession, bro." I was like, "Awesome." He's like, "I still got finished treatment, but like in a month or so, I'll be at the house Saturday night playing the game again." And I was like, "Cool," because he didn't want to come over because you know how that chemo makes you like have no immune system.
Yes.
And I got young kids, which means they're constantly passing colds. Well, I got young grandkids.
It's a race.
And they're constantly, one of them's in a daycare center. So them little bastards are just passing shit back and forth.
Yeah, once you start the chemo, it's a race for what kills you first, the chemo or the cancer. And with mine, when they got the radiation, it nuked 20% of my lymph nodes. So I'm missing 20% of my lymphatic system. It's all gone. You got
Well, I can honestly say, Bubba, I am glad things worked out because I'm happy I've met you.
I was hypersensitive to the Rituxan. So there's like 3% of the population that is hypersensitive to it, and I was. So it really got rid of. I had these 2 tennis ball sized tumors in my down by my crotch, my lymph nodes, and it nuked the shit out of them. But it destroyed my immune system, and the Rituxan killed my heart. That's why I got congestive heart failure now. So I traded, got 10 more years, and now I got to deal with a bad heart. It's no big deal.
Yep.
We all die.
Yeah, my mom had to go through all that, but thankfully she lived only about an hour and a half drive or so once you get on the highway from UK.
Yeah.
And she went up there, and UK's got a pretty banging medical system and everything, and so they removed like a 30-something pound tumor from her.
30 pounds?
Yeah, as big as basketball.
Where?
She tried to lie to me and my brother and say that she had a cyst, but I'm not dumb. You know what I mean? Yeah. No, it was a giant fucking tumor.
You get old and you just kind of blow it off. It's like, yeah, I'll be fine. Don't worry about me.
And so they finally got the tumor out, and she had to go through all the chemo and everything. And she had a weird side effect, which maybe you know about this. She got to wear anything cold really fucked her up. Like if you were to put an ice cube in the palm of her hand, it would blister.
Weird. No, I didn't get that till I got blood thinners, and now I'm like sensitive to cold. What I got was all the nerve endings on my fingers are dead. If I had a pen, I'd jab it in my finger. So the touch screens and stuff don't work with my fingers as much because all these nerve endings down here from the chemo were just dead.
Well, weird. That is unfortunate. But hey, you do what you do, right? You just keep soldiering on, and
it beats being dead.
It does, maybe. I don't know. I haven't been dead, so for all I know, it's awesome.
Yeah, once I got saved, I didn't worry about it as much. It's like, yeah, fuck it. If I die, I die.
That is so weird because I was telling somebody the other night, I was like, once I got baptized into the church and everything, I kind of lost all fear of death.
Fear of death.
Because I'm just like, I'm just going to do the best I can. And if I drop dead, well, F it. We'll see whether I go to heaven or hell. It could be like South Park. I could be standing there being all like, whatever. And they're like, what are you? And I could be like, well, I'm Orthodox. And they could be like,
here's the thing about life, bro.
It turns out it was the Mormons. Be like, oh, well.
Right. We all know life ends. So why should the fear of mortality make us not live life?
You know what? That is the reason so many people on Earth today allow themselves to be basically effed with by the government, their job, their whatever, is the fear of losing whatever comforts they have.
Wow. And if you're observing this life, then death is more terrifying because you only want earthly desires. Once you let go of that shit, no bother you no more. My
Yeah,
grand-
once you let go of your fear of death, then all of a sudden it's like people can't really mess with you so much, because how do you mess with somebody who is not afraid to die?
Right.
I mean, do you really want to F with that guy too much? Probably not. Yeah.
You gonna say,
And, like,
"Oh, thanks, bro. I'm in no hurry, but if it's today, it's today. If it's not, it's
well,
not."
I mean, no one should be in a hurry. It's not like we should be like wishing for it, but
You're here to save souls.
if it's your day, it's your day.
Yeah. If you're here, you're here to save souls. You have a purpose. And the second your purpose is done, you kind of done. You'll be called home. And I think for grandkids that I'm here to be Papa as long as possible. Pops.
Yeah. I think that's why F's up. Like when we deal with other members of certain other like religions, and they have no fear of death, and then we're all like
They get
freaked
weirded
out.
out.
But then what happens if people on both sides have no fear of death? Then all of a sudden, it's
It's on, baby.
it's like, all right, let's get this shit going.
Whose faith is stronger now, bitch?
Right. So it's pretty wild, but
I check some pork in about 13 minutes.
By Crom's hammer, I will win.
Crom's hammer.
Crom, get out of here with Crom.
He's got this hammer, dude. It's a +3 defender, man. It's pretty.
Oh, he was telling me about it, and I was making fun of him. And he's like, why are you making fun of me? And I was like, because your God lives underneath my God.
It cracks me up. It's a fantasy game, right? So I don't worry about modern religion in my games.
Well, no, I'm just
combat.
Man.
I would joke that he's the worst cleric ever, but he's Crom cleric, so he's up swinging his damn hammer.
Yeah, I'm just talking about in the Conan movie where Subutai like, my God is the never-ending sky. Your God lives beneath my God. Wow. And Conan's just looking at him like,
my God don't give a fuck about nothing.
Yeah. Crom, I never prayed to you. I haven't the tongue for it.
Yeah, I don't know why Gillespie stuck Crom into his world. There's no unified theology. There's no unified stuff. It's all based on pop culture and movies and film and classic stuff. So Yig is Templar. Crom is the movies with Cronin. I mean, it's all pop culture related. And it's not connected much.
If you add Kruak to it, was an ancient Irish god that they sacrificed children to every year until St. Patrick put an end to it.
Right. That would be like my druid.
Right. That would be a druid thing, though. And, of course, they don't call Crom Kruak. They call him Crom. Right. In Hyperborea, they have a god that's just like Crom, but his name is Krimmer.
Yeah. The Dragon Slayer, all the deities are pop culture related because Gillespie is a pop culture professor. So all the stuff is like, yes, I mean, people don't realize it. I'm like, well, who made the game? And why does this stuff seem kind of like half tied to film and stuff? It's because it's a pop culture damn professor. Which makes it like totally retro. Everything about the damn game's retro. It's AD&D and pop culture influences. Like with the damn Cyclops can get drunk on curdled milk. Alienation. Stuff like that. So it hits all the freaking nostalgia. All of it.
So everything is in this game is just flying over my head completely.
Well, you're young. I've got
no, it's all pop culture. I have no idea. I don't follow pop culture.
It's 80s pop culture.
Hardbound because when Dragon Slayer
makes it worse.
I 100% backed it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I ended up getting hardbound, and I can say I love the art.
Oh, it's the best art in the system.
The art is amazing.
It's the best art in the OSR. Everybody cried for the art, and then they cried about the cost because I'm like, you didn't think this shit cost money. I'm like,
yeah, but I don't know what they're crying about cost because it's like, and I've said this before,
Yeah.
You pay 80
But
bucks
it's the best
for
bang
the
for
Dragon
dollar
Slayer
compared to
book.
OSC and all these others. Yeah.
Yeah,
James.
but hear me out. You pay 80 bucks for the Dragon Slayer book,
Yeah.
or you pay 80 or 90 bucks, and that's if you get OSC, just the 2 big tomes.
Right.
Or if you buy D&D, well, never mind, that's 150, 160 bucks.
Even the PDFs are outrageous for PDF for that.
Right.
$30
It's like,
PDF turn people off, but I'm like, $30 for something I'm going to run for 5 years. A mega dungeon
Well-
from him is 5 years of commitment.
yeah. Just the sad thing, I guess I'm trying to say, is that like $80 as a price point isn't that bad, because even in AD&D time,
That's for a
the
hardback.
books are like 20 bucks each. So you were paying 60 bucks in 1982
Yeah.
or 83.
Most people
So,
only
so really, games have not blown up in price compared to pretty much anything else.
Dude, the hardback is for ego and if you have a table game. But quite honestly, everybody uses a PDF for online. Therefore, $30 for a PDF is not that big a deal, especially since I can't get a 2-person meal at a decent restaurant for $30.
Not anymore.
No,
You can't get a 2-person meal at a fucking Wendy's for 30.
I can't get a decent steak for $30, to be honest. But I'm super picky about where I eat. I don't know.
Right. I'm just saying though. I mean, 30 bucks,
Yeah.
maybe Taco Bell, and that's
$30
probably
is
it.
almost ass wipe money now. Okay, be honest. $5 is ass wipe money.
But like you said earlier about ego and table games, I'm both.
Now, James,
I have an ego and a
Pointless.
table game.
How
At what point
pointless
does
this
it become
is.
collection and obsession?
Wow.
I see it with Shadow a lot. He's always buying all his shit. I'm like, what point is it collection and at what point is it obsession?
With me, it's definitely obsession that I'm constantly battling against.
Yeah.
And like I said, it's a serotonin / whatever the other pleasure drug in your brain is,
It's endorphins.
kind of thing. Endorphins, yeah. So like that's why I'll bust my ass collecting like these games, and when I get them, I feel great about it. And then like a week and a half later, I'm looking at them and I'm like, why
You
did I
feel
even buy it?
Yeah.
Like
The
I'm
only
never
thing
gonna
right
play.
now is Dragon Slayer. I'm wanting to get the mega dungeons. Other than that, it's just Red and Final Frontier. Stuff I know I'll run that I want to read in my recliner. Otherwise,
Well,
everything else can be a PDF. It's fine.
yeah. As you have probably heard more than anybody needs to, I have pretty much thrown myself behind
Hyperborea.
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 It'll be something different in 3 months. I'm okay with that.
Stay fresh, cheese bags. That's what everyone says. And I even had an answer to that on one of my videos. I was like, all you guys saying in a couple months I'll be playing something else? Kiss my ass.
4 months. 4 months, it'll be something else. Put me down.
Dude,
I would take a
dude,
hard bet.
Everyone
After
talking
4 months.
shit about me changing games has changed games more than I have in this last year.
I don't. I
It's
get
like-
hyper focus on it, and I'm good.
But it is fun though.
And the reason I got into Red is I like Miguel and Sylvie so much. To be
That's
honest.
why I ordered the big fucking one with everything Hyperborea thing years ago, is because I like Talanian so much. I saw him on an interview and I was like, I was a little bit concerned about a flat earth thing and all that.
You know what?
But I was like, hey, I'll look at it, I'll look at it.
Do you agree or do you think that personal connection has been missing from gaming from a while when we used to break bread with each other, do more face to face? Is that missing from gaming? And since we've been
Yes.
on the internet,
Yeah.
and once you have a personal connection to a game or a game designer, that creates more of a loyalty.
Well, back in the day, for like everyone I knew, the game designer was Gygax.
always been an Arneson fan, but I like Gygax. He was the
Yeah, we were all like Gygax this, Gygax that. But since we all like went to school together, we freaking played the game together. And when we weren't playing the game, we were out doing other shit together. Yeah, it was definitely like you said, it was a lot more of a club than it was. I mean, look at DM Bloodworth, right? He is a good DM. He can't keep anybody in a game.
I haven't played with him. He was in my
well, he's a good DM, and he tried to run Hyperborea. It lasted like one thing. He tried to run all these games, and the problem is because he runs all of his games online, he can't get people to actually commit to a game. They're too busy being fucking, well, I'm just going to do whatever I want this week. And it's like, dude, you have an obligation. And I've said this, to my own party. It's like, if you say you're going to be here Saturday night at 7 to play a game, it's not an obligation to me. You've made an obligation to all the other players. They're counting on you. Yep. And so stop being a dick.
That's
good luck. We're all counting on you.
That way anymore.
Well, it works that way if you're like playing live.
If you're of an age, right? X or better, right? If you're Gen X or better. But everything below Gen X is purely transactional, no emotional content.
Wait, hold on a second. What do you mean Gen X or better?
Or older, I mean.
Beg your pardon.
He hates the millennials.
I appreciate your win, man. You're lucky I'm not speaking in fucking Gaelic and Latin.
Which it turns out the name sergeant comes from the Latin from servients, which meant men who served higher ranking or noble-born knights.
Yeah.
So in European war, you would have a knight, and then he would have an entourage of sergeants.
I had a discussion about hierarchy the other
Nothing
day.
to do with like America and getting that third stripe.
I was doing a deep dive on Border Patrol uniforms, dude. You know they're blue and green for land and sea. I didn't realize that.
I didn't know that.
They got the stripe, like the Marine stripe on the leggings. They're blue, and the cuffs on the green uniforms, they're blue as well. They have like they combine the best qualities of the Marine and the naval pea coat into one trench coat. It's kind of awesome.
I can tell you this though, getting back to the thing, like I don't play online unless you count my brother getting into Discord to half play with us, because half the time he has no idea what the hell's going on.
2/3 of my game are online. I do 2 online and 1 in person.
Man, the problem with like, and this is what I was saying, the problem with playing a purely online game is players just don't take it serious.
People. Yeah, because
it depends on the players.
It obviously does. I mean, I've got my giant brush out here.
I have a Discord of 30 people, and because my Discord is only 30 people, it's 30 people because those are 30 people I would game with.
Right.
That's it. Everyone else, fuck off. No time for that shit. If they don't,
there you go.
That's all you gotta do. You gotta gatekeep your table. 30 people interested in the games I run, and this how I run them. That's it. Everyone else can fuck off to the wind. I don't care.
See, for me, Discord is where I go to look at memes and talk shit and be an edgy boy.
And answer your DMs once a year.
Once a year.
It is kind of true, though.
I have my
there are a lot of people on my Discord that, if they lived in my area, they absolutely could join my table. But since I don't run online,
yeah, I'd personally say I wish I could play in person sometimes. It is more fun that way.
Yeah, I can get to Orlando in 10 hours. I just don't feel like driving like that
I know, right? Every week. Yeah. 10 hours to come down here.
Hours from my house
6 hours gaming just to drive all the way back.
Yeah, I had 2 players that drove 3 hours to play with me at my table, but I can't make myself do it. I'll drive an
I've
hour.
never had anything like. I've had players drive from Titusville, so that's like an hour and a half.
Yeah, I'll drive an hour and a half. 3 hours is pushing it, dude. I'm like
that. Yeah, hour and a half there, hour and a half back is also sucks.
Yeah, I had a guy
especially when we end the game at like midnight.
Yeah, I had a guy who
like, you're not getting home till 2.
West Virginia to where I was, and another guy would come from Lexington. That's a bit of a drive.
Well, see,
but I'll drive an
you
hour
did one thing I would never do already, though.
Sure.
You invited someone from West Virginia to be around you.
He grew up next to me. He's from Kentucky. He moved to West Virginia. He ended up in Twilight. But
come on. I mean, I'm half joking, but not really. Everybody here knows that I have a personal issue with West Virginia.
Really? West Virginia is beautiful. I go up there every summer for vacation.
And you know what I say about West Virginia? They can get screwed, traitors.
I feel like that for like Harlan season, for like other states.
But they have the John Denver song.
It's about West Virginia. It's not about West Virginia. It's about Virginia. That's what's crazy about it. All the stuff they talk about in that song are Virginia, not West Virginia.
Yeah, the Shenandoah.
I have no sympathy for Virginia with what's going on there right now.
Right.
Virginia can burn to the ground.
They may lose the western parts of Virginia because of the act that they got West Virginia. It doesn't have an end date. So all those counties can petition to be called part of West Virginia.
I would.
They may lose.
I'd want the hell out of that state in a big way.
Virginia's fucked. But it also lost to the midterms, which is even hilarious. They're showing you what the left will do once they get power. And everybody's like, oh, I'm repulsed.
Yeah, I saw. I guess they're trying to pass some shit that was like 100% like communist.
A Virginia state senator actually argued in favor of post-birth abortion.
Yep.
They passed it. There ain't no trying to, dude. They passed it and made it into law.
See, how did the land of Jackson and Lee and all these great Patton was South Carolina. How did the land of all these great people become such a shit show?
The beltway around D.C., Northern Virginia is flooded with bureaucrats from D.C. It's the swamp. The northern part of Virginia is D.C. suburbs.
Okay.
Everyone else is ruled by them. You need electoral college on the state level to fix this shit.
Yeah, I'm with Razorfist on that college.
It's the only way to fix it.
Doc,
otherwise you got
Doc. Why is it always the ones that are closest to you that hurt you the most?
I'm telling you.
Okay, OJ Flynn plays online. OJ, don't you play with Bloodworth though sometimes? And it's like he'll get a group together, everybody will be real excited to play a game, and then at the last minute, no one shows up. And it's
I was hoping to be in his Tuesday Dragon Slayer game, but I asked and never got an invite. Shadow's in it, but I didn't get an invite. He was in my server.
I don't think that game's going right now. I'd have to ask Shadow.
A lot of dungeon
Shadows
have to protect their brain.
Games
associate with.
So
yeah, he's an insane number of games.
Yeah, the number of games
he's
in is like, get out of here, man.
He went from not being in hardly any to a bunch.
Yep.
He might have overstepped.
And then
so all happy.
Bears running a bunch of games whenever the players actually show up. And
yeah, we've been having a hard time. A lot of people are stuff's going on, and a lot of people's like live, so we keep.
Is it time slot or the day?
No fucking kidding.
That's an art. The day and the time slot is an art.
This year has been just nonstop tomfoolery.
That's how come I got narrowed down to Wednesday and Monday and Thursday. Wednesdays always fail. Tuesdays seem to fail a lot, but Wednesday, Thursday is settled. Weekends are so busy for people that I just stay away from weekends. So Wednesday, Thursday, Monday, Thursday is when I run now.
Yeah, especially if they're like got a family and shit, they're expected to do stuff.
I prefer family men as opposed to people who have all their options open because they're unreliable.
Yep.
They're total incel and shut in. Otherwise, they have obligations. We're of an age where we have obligations. And any time to spend with a grandchild trumps game time.
You know what? It's funny though, because what you just said, that's how people employers do. When you go to get a job, they want to know that you're married, and they especially like if you have kids. Because the first thing they're thinking is, we hire this bastard, he's going nowhere.
As obligations, he's willing to make sacrifices for an emotional attachment, which is family.
Yeah.
Which is the strongest emotional attachment you could have in this world.
So, yeah, this guy is going nowhere. He is going to be here as long as we pay him the money to take care of his family. We can count on this dude. He's going to be here. And, yeah.
That's a win.
I mean, even in the fire service, like the last group of people they wanted to ever hire was like the 18-year-old fresh out of fire academy. They're just like, you don't want to hire that guy. He's an idiot. You know? So they'd hire like the 29-year-old dude that was like a vet and married and had 3 kids. Because they're like, yeah, this guy's not going anywhere ever.
He will sacrifice to provide.
Right. And maybe, I don't know, maybe that's what Bloodworth needs to do, because he is an incredibly nice guy. And he does have some people that hang with him that are also really good people, like Ducato and stuff like that. But there's some reason every time he tries to get a game going, it fucking implodes. And
I've noticed a lot of people have a lot of followers on the Dungeon Tube stuff are more concerned about brand, so they will. I don't know. Like I said, I've had a lot of those guys in my servers, and they all bounced.
I went 2 days ago through my Discord and finally like kicked a bunch of people that had apparently either left and blocked me. Like
people on your server blocked you,
like over the last couple years, you know. And I was like, man, I need to keep track of this shit a little better, because some of these guys blocked me like 2 years ago.
I have people on my server that I've invited to play my games. You're welcome to come to that server as well.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
People I would break bread with.
Well, yeah, of course.
If you're on my Discord server, it's because I want you to game in my game, or I would break bread with you at a table and have dinner.
Right.
Anyone else?
Well, I finally got the angry tabletop nerd to join my Discord. But even though I've been talking to him for like 10 years, his main motivation to join my Discord is he wanted to talk to Cold Iron Oven to get some memes done so that he can use them as, like, you know, video.
I haven't dropped memes in your channel in a while because they're just flooded by Cold Iron memes, and I don't want to interrupt the flow.
Well, you showed up and dropped one the other day I thought was pretty funny.
Which one? Because I meme farm like religiously every morning with my coffee.
Bear dropped a really funny one too.
I need to find some new memes. I haven't found any in a while.
Dude, I make them, man. Hey, dude, if you can't find memes that satisfy you, Tim, make them.
Yeah. I'm not creative enough.
Make them.
I'm not good at those things.
Well,
it's easy. Get Comica, and I can give you a couple links to decent meme making. All you gotta do is find an image you like, and a sarcastic comment or a comment that gets to the heart of an issue that you're passionate about. Make it short, not crazy long, and not some stupid ass font. No handwritten and cursive bullshit.
Yeah,
make it easy to read.
Definitely don't make it a paragraph, because that's a leftist.
Hey guys, I got to go deal with something. I'll catch you later.
See you, Flamingo.
Take care.
The point of a meme is to make you think, just enough to make people think.
Right. And that's why leftists can't meme, because instead of doing a meme, they do a wall of text. And as soon as you see that,
They
you're
want
like,
lecture.
fuck that.
They want to lecture.
Yep.
And they want you to agree. They want you to agree to the ideology. That's all it is.
It's hilarious too when you watch like Stone Toss on X, and then the lefties that try to freaking meme back at him, and it's just like
hard fail.
Yeah,
Let me go check out some cool.
You guys just don't know how to meme. I don't know why, but you just can't. I mean, because this dude made a meme and it was literally 2 panels with like 1 line of text, and it was freaking hilarious. And then you write a wall of text with like shitty art, and you expect anyone to give a shit about that? Get out of here, man. It's not the way life works, you know? Sorry. Life does not work that way. But Cold Iron Oven, he actually makes the memes while he's at work, because I guess he's got a little bit of time to listen to our show and then make a meme or 2 in between whatever he's doing. And
I think he's on my Discord with the.
A lot of his stuff is pretty awesome, and I didn't manage to get the UPS today, and I really wanted to, but at some point I'm going to get UPS and send Vic his bullshit that I packed up for him, and I've got some miniatures and shit I'm going to send to Cold Iron too.
I need to send some coasters to Shadow. I haven't done it yet.
Yeah. Well, my problem is I'm like that commercial that they're showing on like Facebook all the time now, where it's like, you know, the less you leave your house, the less you want to leave your house.
Oh, hey, James, check out this coaster.
Oh yeah, B2.
Yeah, but it's done in surreal.
Yeah, but I love the cover of B2 with like the hobgoblins and the adventurers duking it out.
Yeah, I do a lot of coasters. I used to troll down to the hobby fair things. Let me see if I got a stack here. No, that's not me. I can't reach it.
Like
I love my coasters, dude. I like all kinds of weird coasters. Pop like weird pop shit. And I find images I like, and I go crazy with them on this. I've been drinking too much.
Have you?
Yeah, a lot.
That's why I kind of quit drinking. couldn't stop myself.
I like to drink. I'll be honest.
I like the taste of alcohol. I don't like getting drunk.
I like getting a blue buzz. I don't like getting drunk. I don't like losing control of myself anymore. I used to binge drink and black out a lot, and then I stopped. And now I get a good buzz and I stop. Okay. But I know I like to drink a lot, so I try to restrict myself.
Yeah, I restricted myself, but there was a time where I drank quite a bit.
Yeah, I lost a lot of weekends. I would. The worst when I quit drinking for a while is I went to a bar in Huntington, West Virginia on a Friday night, and I woke up in Newport News, Virginia on a Monday morning.
Yeah, that's I've never done that.
I kind of cut back then, and then I walked out a window on the 2nd floor of Gumby's and fell 2 stories in a blackout, and then I quit drinking for 6 weeks.
See, one reason I needed to quit drinking.
I never saw my dad without a beer can in his hand until I was 24 years old.
The reason I needed to quit drinking is one time I was at this party. I was like 17 and a completely inexperienced nerd that had never been with a girl. And 2 girls I really had the hots for decided that was going to be the night we were going to do a 3-way, me and them.
Dude,
Except I got so drunk that when they're like, "Hey, let's go out in the weeds," and because we're in the woods, right?
In the weeds.
The woods.
You savage.
No, yeah, you lay your jacket down. You do some stuff. It's all good, right? I mean, look, you know where I was born, right? We're in the weeds.
I'm going to go back down to Harlan here in the spring. Actually,
right?
Putting a bypass.
We got the freaking campfire going and the beer that somebody ran down to Tennessee to get. I mean, we're having our time, right? And I had gotten so drunk because this asshole friend of mine, Brandon, I'll never forgive him for this. He brought Southern Comfort to the party. I'd never had
That's like a panty remover, baby.
I never had that shit, and I didn't know what it was. So I took a sip of it, and it was so sweet and whatever. I'm like, oh, this is nice, right? I didn't think it was like actual whiskey alcohol level.
Oh, yeah.
Pounded that shit down. We went to go into the weeds. No sooner am I walking out, I feel like I got to throw up, but I don't want to throw up in front of the chicks, right? So I tell them to hold on a second, and I run out to throw up somewhere. Pass the fuck out. In the woods, on a mountainside, in fall, wake up, feeling like I'm going to die. The last thing I remember before I passed out with both of them walking around being like, where are you? James, where are you? And, of course, I never got that shot again. Never got it again.
Provides the motivation, but takes away the means for sexual encounters. I quit drinking brown liquor because brown liquor makes me violent.
Angry man.
It's something about
does that to a lot of people.
Makes
Doesn't
me
do that to me.
Dangerous. So I like to drink my fruity drinks and white liquor until I get a good buzz, and then I have enough reason to stop. Otherwise, my mouth and my actions are bad.
Right.
Very fucking bad. Like waking up in a different state, minus my pistol and shit, and not knowing what the fuck happened.
Here's another thing.
I can't do bourbon a lot. I can do a shot of bourbon or scotch, like a shot. Or I can do it.
I like the taste of bourbon.
Drink.
I don't. I like my fruity faggy drinks and a good. I found out that drinking over the years, it's not the hops that I like; it's the malts. So I like an amber or a dark, right? So I like dark amber drinks and beers, and I like a good ale, and I like my fruity faggy, Smirnoff flavored drinks. But I'm not going to drink.
Yeah,
I'm already lit.
I also found out that I don't really get hangovers at all.
Well, it depends as long as you're hydrating and stuff, right?
Right, you're probably hydrated. It's like if you're going to
drunk, I got so fucking hammered on wild turkey that now even the smell of wild turkey just makes me want to fucking growl.
Dude, it makes me weird. And I had this night I called the night of the Technicolor puke with vodka. Not vodka, tequila. Tequila, I don't drink anymore at all, ever. I used to love tequila sunrises, but I got so drunk on tequila one night, and I started eating all these fucking M&Ms, and I got sick, and I threw up these M&Ms on the side of the tin underskirting of a trailer, you know what I'm talking about, and concrete. And I was like, hurling. It was like, as the M&Ms are hitting the side of this tin, and the alcohol is stripping the color from the M&Ms. It was the night of the Technicolor puke. I've never touched tequila since. I used to eat the worm. That was my goal.
Well, tequila is wild, man, because we used to drink a lot of tequila, and it's like as long as you're sitting around the table taking turns doing shots, you feel great. And then you stand up and the whole fucking world drops out from under you. And you're just like, oop, I'm in trouble.
I'm in trouble. You start so spitty.
If it was Skittles, you could have been like puke the rainbow.
Yeah. Dude, it was so bad. And I remember the smell and the color, so I can't touch. I used to love tequila sunrises. And the smell of tequila sunrise makes the hair on my neck stand up. but it's dangerous because my temper gets short, and I just don't.
Well,
do
you said something earlier that kind of hit me because I knew a dude when you were talking about like those people who used to put like
the Zima isn't the one I
noun
do.
laters in a Zima.
Fucking fags, dude.
Back in the 90s, I knew this dude. He hung out with us and all that. So whatever. And his thing was either noun laters in his Zima, or he'd order a Zima and ask the bartender to put just a dash of grenadine in it.
Oh, grenadine's I love grenadine, that cherry flavor.
So, and I would be sitting there pounding like pints of Guinness, and these are English pints because we're in an English pub. So I'd always be like looking at him like, look at this fucking homo over here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's over here. We're at a British pub full of us and British people.
I will tell you why in a minute.
And this guy is pounding Zimas with freaking whatnot. And literally everyone else in the pub, for the most part, drinking Guinness, Harp, Newcastle, or if it's a sophisticated older gentleman, they got their gin and tonic, you know, and it's just like, what is this guy doing, you know?
He's scoping potential victims, to be honest. But I used to go to a gay bar because two of the guys I work with were like drag queens, right?
So you're like, I'm going to take you to a gay bar. I'm going to anyway. Old punk song.
But when I was there, the bartender served at Gumby's. He also served at the Driftwood. And the Driftwood was the fag bar in Huntington, West Virginia, right? It was the gay bar. And I went there for the drag show because the guy at work asked me to come. And I asked for like the beers I liked. They're like, oh, honey, this is a gay bar. We got light beer. But I noticed the mixed drinks
guys are watching their figures, man. Come on.
The mixed drinks were next level hardcore. Like the mixed drinks were harder than anywhere else I drank. And I asked him, I was like, fuck, dude, why are these so much harder? He goes, some people need a little motivation and some people need a little help. And I'm like, holy shit. They're just fucking people up to get fucked. And he's like, yeah. And Bear may get mad about me joking about him being a bear and shit, but there were tons of dudes that look like Bear there with their hands in their pockets.
Bear actually is like definitely not a bear.
I know, but there was dozens.
It is kind of sometimes fun.
Exactly like him. So I'm like, and same attitude. To be honest, the same attitude I had to deal with in the bar. So I was like, that's fucking funny. And but yeah, he told me, he said, yeah, they need a little bit more motivation for the new inverts or the new
dude. I'll tell you what, when I was in the Army, every now and then you'd run into a guy and you would know, you'd be like, you know, that guy is a six-pack and opportunity away from being gay.
Yeah, there was at the Radio Shack, the Office Max I worked at.
So just watch out if you drink around him too much, because you might end up waking
They had a policy of no open homosexuality for the company, right? So all the fucking fags transferred to the same place and came out as flamboyant fags, and the company changed their policy.
See, when I was in the Army, there was a policy of no.
Don't ask, don't tell. Right, because it fucks up your combat preparedness.
That's kind of what they said, you know. But I mean,
you don't want help in combat or people you want to help.
I'm sure some of the guys were, but they never told anybody, so who cared?
Right, but
which I love that rule. Keep your shit to yourself, and then that way no one can be mad.
Yeah, they changed that. And I worked with a guy, dude. He was bisexual, and he was the most redneck motherfucker in the world. And you wouldn't know.
Just means gay, but with options.
I know, right? The fags hated him because he was like, they called him greedy.
Right? I saw this comedian, and he was talking about, and he's like, do you remember back in the day when we just had G?
Right.
Because if you're lesbian, that just means you're gay, but you're a chick who likes chicks.
Nah,
If you're bisexual, then you're just gay, but sometimes you'll sleep with chicks.
I think most lesbians now are just banged out whores who can't get a guy, so they're out of options.
A lot of them are. And my brother said this, and I agree with him. If you claim to be a lesbian, but you spend all your time with some woman, like, pleasuring each other with a rubber dick, you're not really a lesbian.
Dude, most hardcore bull.
You're just a chick that got your heart broke by a dude, and you don't want to do it again.
Dude, I gotta watch it. My wife's in the room. If she hears this shit, she'll be pissed at me. But the most hardcore bulge I ever got was from a dyke.
I tried to explain to Bear that every single lesbian once a month or once every 6 months or so will fuck a dude.
Yeah.
They all do. Everyone does, unless they're like real hardcore, like man haters. But if they're like relatively normal lesbians, about twice a year, they're going to go out and get railed out by some dude.
Yeah.
Whether it's to remind themselves of something or
real life really warped my perception of reality. It's like the whole thing earlier we talking about the racial shit that made people uncomfortable was I never heard a person say "hi yellow nigga" out loud in my life until I was in a Chicago jail cell with a bunch of black dudes. And then motherfuckers segregated themselves based on skin tone. Not the white.
Like we said with the tethering, man.
And I never, and it was the same night I heard a dude take a purple gum Alabama nigger to my face. And I'm like, I was
Watch
like,
out. You're going to get me in trouble with that shit.
But it was just observation. And I was like, oh, these guys are worse.
Yeah, but YouTube, it can be a bunch of dicks.
I know. I got no filter. How much longer? I checked it a minute ago, hon. It needs at 180, so it needs about 35 minutes. If you want to get something else to eat. Okay.
But I mean, yes, they classify themselves up, but it is what it is, man.
It is. Life is so strange. Humanity, I just accept it. I accept that people are going to be weird and repulsive to me, but they're still human. And they have these perceptions and biases for a reason.
See, I'm different. I want to go to my mountaintop and like never be bothered again.
Dude, I would love to go to a holler and not have to do people.
And if I see like people walking on my property, I'm going to ask them who sent them, how they got there, and let them know they need to turn around and go back.
Or I'm going to shoot them.
Or else, yeah.
Grave in 30 minutes if you don't get off my property.
Like I always tell people, I do not walk on my own property without either the AK or the AR and a Glock.
Yeah.
And it's not that I'm afraid of bears or coyotes, because a black bear, we got black bears where I live.
They're so delicious.
All you got to do is puff up and yell at them bitches. They'll run.
I know, but they're delicious, bro. Why make them run? If you have a fat one down on your mountain and you kill, let me know. I want a big rump.
I have ate bear, but it was in Alaska, and they ground it up and they made chili out of it.
That's gay. I want a big rump roast.
Because I guess a lot of people don't like the taste of bear.
It is gamey.
I never had it.
Gamey means
I imagine it's what eating a dog would taste like.
Dog ain't that bad.
I miss that we don't have the pheasant around here anymore. I haven't.
I've never seen a pheasant in my whole life.
I've seen it once.
A pheasant farm by my house when I was in high school. The Bonzos.
I'm thinking it might have been somebody's pet or something.
No, see, what we have is quail.
Quail's good.
It wasn't a quail.
It was a pheasant. Small.
Yeah, they're so little though. You got to really gank a shit ton of quail.
It's like a guinea hen. It ain't worth eating. You got to have all these sides with it to make it a fucking meal.
I like them,
pretty big, though.
They're little black and white spotted hens. It's like a partridge, but not.
Right.
It's kind of.
It's all food to me. It's all food.
Nah, I would never eat. I would never eat my little guinea hens. I would just like let them run around in the yard and take care of them because
I
they're
hope
just.
I didn't run a lot of people off by being an asshole, but that's just my nature.
I don't think you did. I think if you were being a real ass, people would be like, "I hate you." But here's the thing: Bear wanted to talk about gaming, and he did honestly the really adult situation when he realized we were just going off on all kinds of shit. He just exited himself out to go do some other shit.
I would prefer to talk about gaming, but I don't want to be condescended to.
Nothing wrong with that. PB, I don't know. I think most of the people who joined us and left, they probably just had bare shit to do, and I am not offended by that.
Yeah, I'm checking my. I got pulled pork, but it's tenderloin, and it's taking forever to hit 200. So
I had chicken and noodles.
I thought pulled pork is ass, but it's what I got right now.
My wife takes tenderloin and cuts it into relatively thin medallions, and then tops it with like a mayonnaise, sour cream, bunch of spice base, and then like panko and whatever, and then like bakes it. So it's really good.
Oh, yesterday we
had you hammer it?
Yeah, she flattens it out, and then she puts all that stuff on top and bakes it.
It's a fucking schnitzel. You're making a schnitzel. I'm fine with schnitzel. I just
very similar to a schnitzel. I mean, she don't actually bread it. She just puts the stuff on the top.
Yeah, panko when you fry it, it's pretty much the same.
Right. And she bakes it, and then it's delicious, and we eat it with some sides. But my wife is a great cook.
It's been in my freezer forever, and I was like, I want to pulled pork. I got a shoulder in there, but I'd rather smoke the shoulder for 20 hours. So it looks like I'm 10 hours. I'm going to put 10 hours on the tenderloin and then shred it because it's not ready to go. It's not.
When she makes pulled pork, she uses a pork shoulder, puts it in our crock pot with like apple cider vinegar and a shit ton of seasoning, and lets it cook for like 8 hours. And then like she doesn't put barbecue sauce on it. She lets you do that if you want. You put it on a bun if you want barbecue sauce or not. I never use barbecue sauce. I never use the barbecue sauce because the meat just tastes so good anyway.
When I smoke it, you don't
hard cider. Yeah, apple.
You said apple cider vinegar. No, I cook it in hard cider.
That's why I spritz with.
Okay.
So that's why I spritz when I smoke it. But I smoke for 20 hours. So when I do a pork shoulder, it's smoked for 20 hours after a 24-hour rub, and then I spritz it every hour on the hour after 4 hours for the smoke. So I got apple cider vinegar, and it's the best, dude.
Well, you homies heard it direct from the source. That's how she does it. Apple cider, the alcoholic kind, like Strongbow or whatever, and lots of seasonings.
Crock pot raviolis.
And then, like I said, some people that she only does that when we're gonna have like company. Because I
thought I might have much people this weekend, so that's why I did the shoulder, the tenderloin, because of the snow. They might lose power, and I've already told all my daughters, so I might have anywhere from 3 to 10 grandkids plus adults if they lose power. I thought they can come to the house. So I made a pulled pork just in case.
Yeah, she does the thing, and then like I said, the pork itself is so good that I don't put barbecue sauce on it. And then if there's leftover, when I cook ramen, I'll take like a chunk of that pork and throw it in the ramen.
Like I said,
it's just good.
I had chicken and noodles.
I am painting up some of these Conan figures that I've had forever, mainly because it turns out that a lot of the Conan figures that come with like the boxed game, the monolith game, are perfect for, well, not only Conan if you want to play that, but they're perfect for Hyperborea, which is basically Conan, except weirder, right?
Yeah.
So these, I think, I need to do a little bit on their whatever, but hyenas and hyena men, they don't call them gnolls, they call them hyena men, are like a big deal in Hyperborea, and they're real assholes. So that's a good thing. And then these guys are Azer, so the guys that kidnapped Conan when he's a kid, according to the movie. And I need to do the details on them. That, I mean, if you've been wondering what I'm doing down here, this is it. And then this guy is a Pictish champion.
Yeah, I need to get some miniatures of paint, but I've been looking at Redbox miniatures for some halflings and some other stuff, but nothing else really. I don't game tabletop enough to really paint a lot of BattleTech, so.
And then this guy here, he's a Vanner. So their guys were Asgardian. This guy's a Vanir. So, you know, dudes from the north, raiding and pillaging. And the other thing I've been working on is, now that I got the metal just about right, I need to start doing all the details on my guts miniature.
Guts.
You know, talking about the gnolls, Bubba here had reskinned some gnoll characters to be like rabbit men.
Yeah, my Lagomorphs. I love my Lagomorphs.
Yep, the Lagomorphs. And well, we had a fun fight there.
Yeah, that's a weird thing about like medieval Europe. They're always going off on these freaking rabbits, riding snells, killing knights, and just
you guys trade off the two-handed sword to the fucking vendor, which I thought was hilarious.
Yeah, I thought about it after we were finished. I'm like, wait a minute, we probably should have checked.
I just tried having runes all over it. Everybody's like, we sell all the weapons to the vendor. I'm like, okay.
Oh my god, yeah, I think we were kind of getting a little bit.
Well, one thing, and I keep telling this to people, one thing that makes Hyperborea better than any other OSR, in my opinion, is that every mage begins a game with Detect Magic as just an innate ability.
They have Detect Magic. They just got to channel their first level spells. They just didn't bother.
Yeah, but in Hyperborea, it's not a spell.
They just got lazy. I did that with elves for a long time in Labyrinth Lord, where elves could just detect magic at will, and no one ever did it either. They always forgot.
See, they do it. I don't got one mage, so it doesn't really.
I had a paladin in my other game who forgot that he could cure disease, and they're like screaming for cure disease for a green slime, and he's like, "I'll lay on hands." I'm like, "Are you sure you want to lay on hands, or do you want to do something else?" I was about ready to put his hands in the green slime and just get covered in shit. I'm like, all right.
Oh boy.
Well, I mean,
you know, the green slime and it just covers your gauntlets. They're gone now.
That's why D&D is a learning experience. Yeah. Role playing is a learning experience. You want to watch players learn? Yeah, just draft them into a game of Twilight 2000 4th edition.
Sadly, our paladin
they will learn really quick, or they will die really quick.
Our paladin did die against the Lagomorphs.
Well, I'm just saying, because in Twilight 2000 4th edition, combat is, because everybody's using assault rifles, combat is no joke. You better be behind something when shit hits.
My final frontier is set up that way, dude. It's going to be pure carnage.
Just decide to unload their AK-74.
You're breaking up.
Yeah, he's breaking
dead.
Up.
So that game requires the players to know how to use cover.
Oh, maybe
I put exploding damage in Final Frontier. Or
you gotta know if you 60 or the 240 or whatever, or the 249, you need to.
If you ever do Twilight 2000 online, let me know, dude. I'd be all about that. It's a fun game. It's a fun game when you know combat squad tactics. It sucks if you're just a noob.
Right. And that is one thing I've always said about Twilight 2000. is if you run the game for a bunch of combat vets, or at least people who actually have read up on how shit works,
It's rough on the DM.
then it can be okay. But if you just grab a bunch of noobs off the street and you're like, we're playing Twilight 2000, and they have no idea about military tactics at all, yeah, they're getting wiped out. You can count on that shit because, you
Hard
know,
part for me, if
Breath Fire sucks.
I wanted to play Twilight 2000, I'd probably want to be like a scout sniper kind of guy, and I don't know if that would be very good.
It is.
that would be great. That could be a ranger. That could be a Marine Force Recon type dude. That could be a lot of things, and it would actually be useful for a group if you're moving ahead of them, scouting around, you know, making sure they don't get into ambushes and shit, which they still could, because you could fuck up.
Or taking
And then as a sniper, I'll tell you what, nothing in the universe in actual real combat or Twilight 2000 4th edition will fuck up the enemy's plans quite like having somebody's head explode for no reason.
Once
All of a sudden, it's like everybody's hitting the dirt because nobody knows what the hell is going on.
Yeah, once the LT's head explodes, everybody runs.
Yeah, all of a sudden. I mean, we learned that in World War I. We learned that in World War II. We had to relearn it in Vietnam.
Yeah.
Like, snipers are force multipliers, man. If you have a good sniper out there in the weeds, he can shut down a whole damn platoon of enemy infantry.
Force multiplier with a sniper and drones now. Drones are the ultimate freaking force multiplier. Terrifying.
Yeah, but the thing with like Twilight 2000 is there are no drones. Forget about that shit. Because the nukes have already went.
Drones going through trenches, just going through the trenches, making their way through the trenches and finding where the barracks are and just flying into the barracks.
Oh, it's going right into the bunker. Blah.
Yes, or into the cab of your truck through an open window.
Yeah, it's effed up, man. Drones are effed up. I'm glad when I fought in the war, there were no drones.
I'm watching these guys smoking.
I guess we wouldn't have to worry about those.
When they see the drone fly into their face.
I think there were kind of drones, but there weren't that kind of drones yet.
Here's the thing, though. I don't think I really should have worried about it, because if there were drones when I was in combat, you know America will fuck them all up.
Yeah.
We wouldn't have had to worry about no drone hitting our Bradley. Get the fuck out of here.
We have some dudes that seem to knock out missile technology for China and Russia now, but the drone thing is still kind of up in the air. We've not had to fight massive drones from the Chinese or the Russians yet.
The new M1 upgrade has an anti-drone laser built into it.
Yeah.
That will automatically detect, identify, and shoot down any drone that gets within like 100 yards.
They got masers, bro. The Russians have made masers, for fuck's sake.
Right. So it's like, whatever. But what's going on in Ukraine, because you've got two countries that are really leaning on drones, and yet neither of them really has effective anti-drone capability. Those drones are just running amok, man. They're running all over the battlefield doing whatever they want.
The Russians have better anti-drone capability because their EM technology is superior. Plus, they combine that with a basic level understanding of just having a lot of guys with machine guns. So this
I saw a video.
Belarus with 50 drones was foiled by a half dozen BMPs with machine guns. They just shot down everything.
I saw a video of this dude, I think it was back when the Bakhmut was still a thing. And he had an AK-74, and he was just like sitting. And every time he'd see a drone zip by, he'd just take it out with an AK. I was like, that guy's a good shot.
But no classic, you would figure there would be classic style AK made for drones. No, they just put they put 2 dudes per squad with a fucking shotgun. And
well, I'll tell you what. I'm biased, but a Remington 870 with buckshot would probably handle a lot of your drone problems.
Yeah, the Russians are showing that with their infantry squads. Infantry squads
Or
are shotguns.
what's the Russians got? That Sega semi-auto or whatever.
Yeah, it's faster than ours.
Yeah, if you throw some birdshot in that bitch, you'll handle a drone.
They have they have something between birdshot and actual really cool buckshot, so it's like in between just for drones. They've adapted combat experience with it, where we don't have actual combat experience. We have after action reports with for the Ukrainians, who are terrible for actual honest after action reports because they lie about everything. Fucking retards.
Yeah, it's not really helping them out. And it's like I feel bad when those poor guys die because I don't want any of them to die. But I mean, those dudes, all they do is lie. Yeah. Like they'll swear up and down they still have control of this village or that village. Meanwhile, the Russians are 40 miles, on the other side of the village. And it's like, really, guy?
Flag up. Yeah, it's ridiculous. And
it's like, you guys need to calm down because you're losing really bad.
They reduced the Russian military having to deal with trench warfare when they were designed to destroy mechanized corps. So the Russian army is designed to destroy an army corps of mechanized infantry, and then they had to go back to World War I infantry and rely on World War II strengths of the Russian military, which is artillery and encirclement. And they're really good at it. Because
took them a couple of years to figure it out, but now that they've started really moving on it, it's like it's working. But you're right; they trained their men to fight a modern army like ours in mobile combat.
They were designed to destroy an army, a mechanized army, which is what the Western army, Western powers have all doubled down on.
Well, of course, back when the Soviets were in charge, they were always training to rush through the Fulda Gap into Germany.
Right. Now they're in Ukraine. They still can rush through that gap, man. All they got to do is throw their armor. Now their armor is better made to counter drone technology. It's more effective. All we've done is made them more effective to run over Poland into Germany.
They're never. I mean, let's be honest. They're never going after Poland.
They don't want to. It doesn't.
They don't want to. Drone. I've seen the guys with the drone camouflage, but the problem is the actual anti-thermal drone camouflage. It only lasts 15 minutes, and then your thermal silhouette will leak through it.
Yeah,
it's good if you're running from one position to another.
For each drone spotter drone, for each Russian drone spotter drone, there are 6 ones who are loitering that will blow at everything to shit. So they just come in waves. First one hits, blows all the fucking the scrap off. The second one comes in and kills it, and then whatever left destroys the freaking target.
Well, if I were a Ukrainian soldier, and I never would be, but if I were, the thing I would be worried about is those drones you never see.
Yeah.
But they see you, and then the next thing you know, there's like a whole battery's worth of 127 and 150, whatever, coming down range. Because one thing we all know,
position. That's what they're not.
Everybody in the world knows if there's one thing the Russians love, it's artillery. They love artillery.
They
right up on them.
Where they can do a division's worth of artillery and then move it at 15 seconds after the volley. So volley 1, 2, 3 of a division artillery, and then move everything. That's
what are they called? The trucks.
Hey, I'm gonna have to get off now. I'll see ya.
See ya. The modern day Katyushas.
Yeah.
I forget what they're called, but they're basically just a modern day Katyusha. And they can empty that bitch and be gone before the rockets even hit the target.
The average is 15 seconds after volley now. Even for the artillery. So after 1, 2, 3 volley fire, they do 3 shots. It's 15 seconds. The damn thing's broken down and they're running away. The shoot and scoot is real. And they're all veteran.
Well, I know we can do
so
it.
They keep rotating people in and out. So you see 3% of the Russian military getting experience, then rotated out for another 3% for the past couple of years. So their combat veteran for artillery is disgustingly accurate.
When I was in the desert, man, I remember seeing an MLRS pull up.
Yeah.
It was pretty far away, but I could tell what it was. I was sitting on the back of the Bradley, and that thing pulled up, and all of a sudden you seen the thing go boom, boom, and it was just like whoosh, 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 and then it was like boom, boom.
But they didn't have the numbers of the Russian military. That's the scary part. People don't realize that it's not just that one fucking vehicle. It's a division.
No, Russian artillery, yeah, they always stack them together. It's not like how we'll do where you got like a platoon of artillery supporting something. Them dudes will have like just entire battalions and shit, you know.
Yeah, it's a lot raining down on you like it's scary because.
See, I'm not concerned with America versus Russia because I know that's never going to happen.
We can't win a land war versus Russia in Europe. It's not possible.
Well, whether we could or not, we're not going to do it, and they're not going to do it.
Right? I don't think they want to.
They don't want to do it.
Like the Europeans really do it. It seems like the Europeans want that fight because they think we're going to be fighting it for them.
That's why they want that fight, because they think America will rush to the rescue. But the problem is,
we're not doing it.
We might need to rethink that shit, because all of a sudden, like from what I saw on Asmongold, because I watch Asmongold a bit.
I like it too.
Yeah. I guess Trump invented his own NATO, but it's not NATO.
It's weird. He's calling it,
and like NATO's mad at him about it, but
he's like, take out the bureaucracy. We're just going to rebuild Gaza. It's all about rebuilding Gaza. So everybody coughs up $1 billion to join the Board of Peace to rebuild Gaza after the genocide. So
right,
it's kind of disgusting, but kind of genius. So.
Well, no, everybody can cough up some money because, I mean, I'll tell you what, it's been a long time coming that America stopped.
Right, but it's disgusting because the Israelis are not being held accountable for what they've done.
Well, they never will, bro.
No, they won't, because they own all your politicians.
Right. Like,
it's kind of fucked up.
I mean, not to be away, but we have APAC, right? Can you name any other country in the world that has whatever pack?
That's a foreign lobby. It should be done away with. But
yeah, I agree.
I'm not a Zionist. I mean, I'm not pro-Palestinian. I'm not pro-Israeli. Them fuckers could exterminate each other into the nothingness. And I think the only people who benefit from each of them exterminating each other is the rest of the world.
Yeah, I am.
Because that blood feud ain't going to end until someone's dead.
I'm not pro-Palestinian at all, but it's like as I have gotten older and I've learned more and more about the way certain shit works, I've gotten like a little bit like really,
It's not our. It's
like,
not our,
okay, let's look at this. Go ahead, say what you got to say.
It's not our problem, but if we can trade removing Zionist influence from our hemisphere,
right,
for the greater Israeli project, I'm for it. The problem is I don't think the Jews will fucking back up their promise.
No,
they won't honor the treaty.
And I don't think that we should be giving them Syria or anything anyway.
Right. Because if we pull out, then they have to deal with a resurgent Ottoman Empire from the Turks or a resurgent Persian Empire from the Iranians, and they're not capable of doing it by themselves. They want us to do it just in the same manner that the Europeans think we're going to be their janissaries. We should stop being janissaries for the rest of the world. Therefore, they're forced to go to beseech peace from their neighbors that they're constantly fucking with.
Well, here's the thing, right? If this thing goes over in Iran will become our number one ally in the Middle East.
I don't think we'll ally with them. I think it'll be a major Russian ally, but
Well, the thing is, the
They win
Iranian
that fight
people,
because they have so
which
many.
you notice nobody's talking about it on like real news.
Yeah.
But the Iranian people, they want to be allies with America.
Right.
They do. They do. They really do. I've seen the interviews and shit.
Right. There
And
are
the other thing
people,
is, a lot of the hardcore Persians fucking hate Islam.
right. There are Persian people ruled by an Arabic ideology.
And they don't like it.
Right.
I don't know if that means they're going to go back to worshiping Ahura Mazda and becoming Zoroastrians or whatever. I've heard that Christianity.
I can't pronounce it. I've been drinking. I don't think it'll ever happen because there's too many outside factors fucking with their internal conflict, their internal politics.
Well, apparently Christianity is exploding in Iran.
Good.
So given a choice, how many of these Persians that have been forced to live under Sharia are going to adopt some form of Christianity, probably Orthodoxy, since they're so close to Russia?
Is the Israelis will oppose Orthodoxy and Christianity as rapidly as they would.
Of course they will. They hate that.
I know. And
I mean, that's a huge reason for the war in Ukraine anyway. Yeah. I remember when that one dude that was Biden's right-hand man, I forget his name, started with an R, I think, got on our national TV and said that Orthodoxy was a threat to Western society. And it's
disgusting. It's disgusting. I mean,
it's like, wait a minute.
You calling Putin the Antichrist and he's built 10,000 Orthodox churches?
Right. And that brings me up to the thing I wanted to talk about too, is the leadership, the government of Miami is super mad because some YouTubers went down there and went to a nightclub and had them play a Kanye song, right?
I saw that. They're all mad about like Fuentes being down there. I'm like, he's at a nightclub. Get that boy laid. He won't be such a pain in the ass to you guys. But you know.
Yeah, but he's never going to get laid because apparently he says he's saving himself for marriage because he's
then get the boy married. Every man needs a woman to ground him. You become less radical when you're married to a woman.
That's true. I don't disagree, right? But here's my problem with the situation. And I say this as somebody who literally was raised for decades in the Jewish faith. They're so mad about it that they're making people go to the Holocaust Museum and
they're petty as fuck.
Struggle sessions and shit like that, right?
They're petty as fuck and want back. So here's the thing: we're going to be divided.
Well, hold on. I got
the world up to 3 world powers: America, Russia, China. Guess who's not at the table? Fucking Israelis. The Israelis are not at the table. They have no influence over the Russians or the Chinese. Therefore, all their influence is on us. But 2/3 of the people at the table don't give a fuck about the Israelis, which means they take it out on us because they're petty as shit. So
I was wanting to bring this a little bit more home to the local thing, and that is, so the mayor of New York, who is a Hasidic Jew, an Orthodox Jew, he's really, really mad, right? But when they want to make like anti-Christmas movies, like that one with Seth Rogen and Sarah, whatever, the animated one,
White Christmas. It's beyond anti-Christmas movies started with White Christmas, removing
and then they also back in the day wanted to make the movie about Jesus, but he's not actually Jesus. He's just some douchebag. It started Willem Dafoe, but you know what I'm talking about, right?
I know.
And it's like, so they're mad that Ye did a song, and they're mad that a group of young idiots had the song played in a club, but they're absolutely 100% okay with denigrating and attacking Christian stuff like nonstop.
Because you can.
And that kind of makes me think that this is not fair and I don't like it.
fairness doesn't work anything into it. It's about manipulating
Well, look,
perception.
now, Bubba, my brother from the Commonwealth,
Yeah.
you're always welcome on. You don't have to even be drunk to do so. And I'm sorry to cut you short, but I have been on a little longer than I should have. And my wife is in there. Hey, stop.
It's time for dinner, woman.
Stop. I'm telling you to stop. And as your husband, stop.
That's
Now,
not going to be any points, bud.
Will that work? Probably not.
You make your marriage go
But
smoother.
there's some chore that needs to be done that's relatively dangerous.
Yeah, I get you.
And I guess she's got tired of waiting on me and she's trying to do it herself.
Yeah.
Because that's how she is.
Yeah. I got
to take off and go in there and put myself at risk so that she don't fall and bust her ass.
Love you, my Harlan brother. The 2 words that make a marriage run smooth are yes, dear.
And that's what she hears from me 99% of the time. But the problem is she is a stubborn freaking Dane. Yeah. And if I don't do the job, she will try. But she's also a halfling. So it's like
mine's short too.
I respect that you want to do the job, but you're like 5-something. Calm down.
I got me a Paintsville girl. I got me a hillbilly at heart.
Oh yeah.
Even though she's a brainiac therapist. So.
Oh yeah, mine's a genius too. She's got a couple of bachelor's degrees and etc. But hey, peace and love, bro. And I look forward to the day I'm back up in that region. Anyway,
I'll come down to Harlan and have some food with you. I'll break bread with you, son.
I'm probably going to live closer to London. My mom's closer to London, so I'll be closer to London.
I used to run around a lot down towards that area for reasons.
Right.
So it is what it is.
And everybody who joined us,